Welcome to a series of podcasts discussing series of films.
I'm Matt.
I'm Dave.
In a world inundated with prequels, sequels, spin-offs, and reboots, we ask the question,
Do we need one more? I think we do.
I think we don't.
It's not what's in the podcast, it's what was podcast. It was firm, it was mineral. No, it's not mineral. It was firm, it was resolute.
It's a prison.
It's a prison.
What I just want to call out real quick is as the theme was playing, because we get the theme in our headset before we start the episode.
Yeah.
I watched Dave channel Nicolas Cage. Like, I watched your face kind of get into character, and in my head I was like, is he gonna do Nick Cage?
I don't think I had any other option for this episode.
It's fair. That's totally fair.
I think I spent most of high school just doing a Nicolas Cage impression. So
certainly, so did I.
I think that made me popular in the theater community. Probably super annoying everywhere else, but
Often, as someone who is also in the theater community,
yeah.
often how that works
if it
out.
kills in the theater, it's also killing your popularity outside of the theater.
100%.
It's the curse of being a theater kid.
Exactly. I was trapped in that, and by trapped I mean I put myself in that green room for 4 years.
Sean Bean lowered you in and was like, "I'll know where to find you." And
Yeah, exactly. It's like, what have I lied?
and he was like, "Did you?"
I will say, I mean, the scene that you're quoting off the top, and we'll get into it literally in a couple minutes because it's an early scene. But we have quoted, like the Back to the Future episode, I suppose, where we talk about all the things that we quoted from those movies. We've quoted that scene specifically.
We've done this one a bunch,
many times. I mean, when we do it was resolved. It was resolved. Like we've quoted that a bunch. Like
it's that fun thing. Nicolas Cage is really good at making nonsense sound interesting.
I think it's one of the I don't want to say it's the only reason, but I do think it is a large reason as to why this movie works in any capacity.
I would agree with that.
It's him going through just the most batshit riddles.
Yeah.
It's very Adam West Batman, which he's a big fan of.
It is, yeah. Which it's that thing of I was thinking while watching this, which for those of you, if you didn't catch when you tapped on this, in case you were trying to listen to the Speed Racer episode, this is the National Treasure episode.
Exactly. Speed Racer, a national treasure of itself.
A national treasure of itself.
But not what we're discussing.
Not what we're discussing.
Yes.
But no, this is Jon Turteltaub's National Treasure. Is this an original movie or is this based on a book or something? Do you know?
No, it's from what I know, it's original.
Someone was visiting the Declaration and thought, I should steal that.
I mean, it's one of those. This is 2004 when this movie comes out, so this is early 2000s. You know, when the movie is being shopped around, I suppose.
It's a post 9/11 world.
It is, in fact, and like it is one of those things where it's like a script could. You know, if you get Nicolas Cage or whatever, you can do it. And it's Bruckheimer.
It's Bruckheimer. He's kind of good at getting stuff done.
Yes, Jerry Bruckheimer.
The logo goes super hard.
The lightning strike.
The lightning strike, yeah.
That's how you knew in the early 2000s if you were in for a fucking good time.
You were in for a banger.
It plays during Top Gun, right? The Maverick.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because Bruckheimer did the Top Gun movies. He also did Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
He teamed up with Disney for that.
Well,
also,
I just remember
just the year before
being in the theater for Maverick and that logo played, and I was like, oh my God, I feel like I'm 4
I know.
years
It's
old
like I feel
again.
like I see it less and less, and maybe it's just because I watch different movies now.
No, he does a
But
lot
I
of
also
TV.
I feel like he's doing a lot of TV,
movies.
and I feel like if he does do a movie, the logo shows up at the very, very end.
Yeah.
But
this is...
Oh yeah, because I think he also did Transformers, which is like another one that I think has the Bruckheimer logo. But I could be wrong.
I think that might just be Bay.
Okay.
Let me see.
Well, I think he's done enough Michael Bay movies where I just sort of associate his logo with Michael Bay things.
Yeah, no, fair.
Like The Rock, which also has Nicolas Cage in it.
That's true. Well, we'll get into next week. There's a bit of a Rock reunion.
Yes. There's a third secret actor. I don't know if you read the IMDb trivia on that one.
No, I did not.
We will
talk about that next week.
We will talk about it.
And no, Jerry Bruckheimer did not produce Transformers.
Okay, I would like to apologize for giving him that much credit.
That's for producing Transformers. Sorry, that's where we draw the line.
Hey, that first one I think is still like.
That
I
one's
think
fun. I like
good.
that first
I think
one.
it's probably I think of like it's kind of getting like the shine definitely is wearing off like the more years that go by.
True.
But
And also,
I think I have a lot of nostalgia for that one.
No,
but,
and hey, he did eat the whole plate.
He did eat the whole plate.
He ate the whole plate.
Snorkel.
That's true. But so okay, jumping
Does
into
the secret lie with Charlotte, Matt?
In this case for this movie, yeah, pretty defined.
That was the secret that Jerry Bruckheimer didn't produce Transformers.
Exactly. The secret lies with Optimus. The
secret lies with Sam Witwicky.
Oh God, yeah, with Ladies Man 2217 or whatever the fuck is eBay
if you got
name
that number right, I'm gonna be really happy.
Is it? It's Ladies Man something.
I think it is 2271 or something like that.
I'm looking up.
And then Optimus Prime's like eBay.
It's Ladies Man 217.
Oh,
I was so.
Well, now
close.
you have to apologize for getting those numbers mixed up.
Sorry, Sam Witwicky, who is canonically dead in the Transformers movies. I don't know if you're aware of this.
Yep.
They say in the last night that he is no longer around.
That was last night.
That was last night. What's your relationship to National Treasure?
National Treasure. I think our producer Dish, who is finally back in the studio after a long hiatus. He's alive, everyone.
He still doesn't have a mic.
He still doesn't have a mic.
Unless it's a new movie. Sorry.
No, he said something that I think was perfect. This was like a DVD movie.
Totally.
Like that, like it was on the shelf and it was coming off that shelf like every other month. Like my family loved rewatching this one.
Fair.
So I rewatched this the first one quite a bit, and then the second one I also got a couple rewatches, but not as much as this first one.
Yeah, I'm in a similar boat with that.
Yeah.
Sorry, continue.
No. That's it. I had the thing where I was trailing off because I thought I had more to say, but it turned out I didn't.
No, fair.
I'm just hogging it for no reason.
This is similar. This was a DVD.
Like, give it to me.
You can take it. You can have it. That's okay. This was a DVD mainstay for me as well. I watched this first movie countless times again. Second one a little less so.
Mm-hmm.
But just because I did not have access to it. Within a foot or whatever.
Yeah, the second one.
But this one I watched all the time. I mean, I was 6 or like 5, turning 6 when this movie came out.
How old was I? It probably would have been like 10, 11.
So I do remember thinking that like treasure was real and like being like, there's clues everywhere. Because I was 5 and like
you were like looking into the sofa cushions, like
I do remember getting like a shovel and my
lies
brother and
shovel.
I being like, let's go find treasure. And being like, and he was like 2 or 3.
The treasure lies with Oliver.
Exactly, my dog. If anyone knows secret to buried treasure, it is little dog Oliver.
Yeah. Who's basically Snoopy, so he's officially a little man of the podcast.
He looks a lot like Snoopy.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I love him so much.
He's the patron saint of,
it's one of
little guys.
He really is. But yeah, so that I watched this movie a ton. I mean, this was kind of, I think, my first, because I was so young, I think this is my first introduction to Nicolas Cage.
That's probably, yeah. I think this is a lot of people's introduction to Nicolas Cage.
At least of our age,
yeah, for our like
group,
sort of age group, yeah.
And then obviously I've gone through and watched, countless movies with him in it. And again, like I do think he is kind of the whole trio, Diane Kruger, Justin Bartha, and Nick Cage, I think all have really good chemistry together.
They do. I think one of the chemistry is kind of a highlight of these movies.
Yes.
Which on paper, I'm like, who put this group of actors together?
Well, it's funny because it's like Nicolas Cage, obviously a star. Diane Kruger doesn't really act anymore, or not in high profile, but is like certainly a star in her own right.
TV mostly now, right? Or is she like on a show?
But Inglourious Bastards, right? I mean, she's in.
Bastards. I forgot she was in there.
Troy. Like she's a star in her own right. And Bartha is, I think, good in these movies, but certainly, I would say
certainly underrated.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's also like he's the guy that like, he's like in the Hangover movies.
Yeah, but famously the man that isn't in the Hangover, but the whole movie revolves around him going missing.
That they're like, you're our 4th most loved and trusted best friend, but he
is completely forgotten from the adventure.
Completely, and like. He still works. He was in an episode of Atlanta, a bunch of other stuff. He showed up in that in the National Treasure TV series, which we will talk about, I'm sure, next week. But yeah, like he still works, but it is interesting that it's like these three are like the leads of the action,
but it works
of this franchise
really well.
It is. I do think they Bartha and Cage have good chemistry, and then Kruger comes into the fold.
Yeah, to kind of sort of smack them around a little bit.
Yeah, and also like I mean the whole like when they're working together, I think it's really great.
It is. It's really fun. I think Justin Bartha has a lot of fantastic commentary throughout the movie, just because he's like a voice. He's man in chair. He's like on the computer and stuff. But like every one of his little snide comments is so funny.
I do have I have two separate notes that I wrote. Just bless you. Our producer is sneezing off camera, off mic.
Don't die! Yes, don't die! It's happening again. No,
no. I had two separate notes about Bartha. My first note was Justin Bartha is essentially playing a child. And then unfortunately
they wrote a 12-year-old and then they casted a grown man,
which is quite unfortunate that later I did write Riley Poole is the character type that I audition for all the time. And I did not link those two at the time of writing these notes, and I realized that I just auditioned for 12-year-olds like, basically.
That will do it.
for men children. It's a good time. But yeah, like I do think this is probably his most notable role, despite The Hangover being like the biggest comedy of all time.
Probably a movie that dwarfs the National Treasure movies a little bit.
Yeah, but with better sequels.
I
guess it's 1 versus 2, but Book of Secrets.
Yeah, I think it's a better sequel than the Hangover sequels.
Yes, I agree. But yeah, I mean, I adore this movie. Obviously, we will continue to go in, and it has problems that I'm sure we'll talk about. I will say as we start this series, nobody go to my Instagram and look at my Instagram bio, because it does kind of spoil this series.
Well, now I'm gonna go to Letterboxd and I'll give you a look
of my. It's literally like I put it in there because every time people read it, they like respond pretty well to it. I'm Davis. I don't know if you know,
because I know you have like 2. Is it the main one?
It's my no. I deleted it.
That's what you did.
Yes,
you purged the internet
of
your foot traffic
of myself because I felt that they deserved that. But yeah, that is my. Don't look at my Instagram bio because it may offer some insight into my opinions.
Wait till next week, then go do it and follow it.
Yes, I'll say what it is. Say what it is next week. But yeah, do we want to jump into the movie?
Yeah, I think we can jump into the plot.
All right.
How would you best describe the plot for this movie?
Cool as shit.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I would say this is kind of like, and I'd say this complimentary, but this is Indiana Jones with more books is kind of like, it's a more homeworky Indiana Jones, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think Ben Gates is an interesting character in the sense that he's not.
Well, it's like he's not a teacher, but in a lot of ways feels more like an actual professor than Indiana Jones does.
Yeah, well, especially in the second one. I will get with the way that they introduce him in that one. But yeah, like he's nerdier. I would say he's still cool, and there is a reference that he like sleeps with a lot of women.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like sort of. It seems like he just seems to fall in love quickly. It seems to actually be more the implication of that line.
I guess depending. John Voight is probably.
Yeah, John Voight thinks he got game, but I feel like he walks around like I don't.
John Voight.
He has
a man notoriously with many opinions.
Yeah. You want to see my boner?
Oh no.
Yes, I'm invoking Megalopolis in the National Treasure episode.
Well, we have.
I'm not just saying I have.
Yes, it's a quote from Megalopolis.
I'm not just being a pervert right now.
The craziest. I having seen Megalopolis, I can attest to this.
Everyone's like, wrong.
But no, I think. Yeah, Ben Gates is an interesting character.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like the implication of that line is that he's like, I do okay. Like, I don't think he's like, I'm not like Casanova or like
he's not
Rockstar. I'm not Harrison Ford, but
nobody is.
He's like, I'm not Steve Rogers coming out of the ice either, you know?
Yeah, yeah, nobody is.
Nobody is.
But yeah, I mean, this intro to him is like a child and all this other stuff. One, I do think just that like Bruckheimer aesthetic.
Yeah, the like
golden, hazy,
but like gritty,
high contrast.
Yeah, high contrast.
It's.
I think it's safe to say Bruckheimer is kind of the king of dad movies.
Oh yeah, him, James Mangold, and Kevin Costner.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Those are the guys.
That's pretty. And
Clooney is like existing in that space.
Clooney's like just slightly. I think because Clooney's so charismatic, we are like we can't throw the dad title at him, but like objectively, that is like his sweet spot.
I'm now looking. I did make speaking to my letterbox from earlier. I did do a top 10 dad movies, and I want to make sure that okay, Bruckheimer's on there. Bruckheimer's in the top 5.
He's representing strong.
He is. Everyone's in there. Oh, and Clint Eastwood.
Oh yeah, Clint Eastwood might as well. I think he made the genre what it is.
Clint Eastwood is up there, but Mangold, there's a ton of guys.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, listen, I do love a dad movie. I'm gonna be honest.
Dad movie goes hard.
It does go hard.
Yeah,
just a bunch of grown men being like, I'm gonna sit silently with my thoughts.
Yeah,
and watch baseball.
Oh, Michael Mann. Did we say that already?
Yes,
Michael Mann.
Michael Mann also on my top 10 dad movies. Actually above Bruckheimer.
Yeah.
But this whole aesthetic of like I don't know, the attic, and it's like kind of creepy. Like
it's like there's like there's an old mystery up there that only
Christopher Plummer can explain.
Basically, I was actually gonna say I think part of the trick of this movie is they cast really good actors to say ridiculous lines,
much like the Michael Bay Transformers movies.
Exactly. Yeah. No, they're like, let's get someone with some like gravitas to like sell this
Jon Turteltaub to get pissed on by Bumblebee.
Yeah, but like getting Captain Von Trapp to be like, there's a secret treasure in the thing, and you're a Knights Templar. Like, I'm just like, tell me more.
No, really.
Can I be knighted, Grandpa?
As he was giving that speech, I literally wrote in my notes, man, I wish I was a knight. The
movie you just go like, yeah, that's some kick-ass treasure hunting. Let's go.
Yeah, and obviously you get Jon Voight de-aged in the back. He has
is he de-aged, or do you think it's just the makeup?
He has a makeup. He's not genetically. He's not.
They injected him with the Nutty Professor.
Yeah,
serum.
They didn't give him the substance. And they fucking,
he turns into Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, exactly. One day we should reckon with the fact and wonder how much of this movie Jon Voight believes is real. But we unfortunately, I don't think, have the time to really get into the weeds on that.
That's I did not consider that
Jon Voight
might, like the key to his performance is he doesn't think he's in a movie.
Yeah, he's fully like, oh yes, the Knights Templar.
He's like, our family's disgraced. I'm broke.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, well, John,
your mother's dead. She's not actually, but
yes, we'll get to that next week.
Spoilers.
But I think this whole, is again being like 5 in the theater and seeing this little kid like, ask if he was a knight and find out that he's like the a lineage of
our family holds the last secret. We're the only ones still trying to find it.
That's right. Little Jason Earls cameo with young Thomas Gates.
Jason Earls,
the brother from Hannah Montana.
Oh, is that him?
I believe that is him.
Oh my god, that's so funny. I didn't even realize. I didn't watch Hannah Montana growing up. I just saw the ads everywhere. So I was like, I'm familiar enough, but I just didn't watch enough to clock it.
You did not experience the best of both worlds?
Well, I experienced 2 worlds, 1 family.
Interesting.
Yes,
all right. This is interesting. We'll
get. And then I proceed to Tony Hawk down some vines and trees.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Phil Collins.
It's a Tarzan reference if you haven't
Phil Collins
what I'm doing.
And Hannah Montana equal amounts of fame for pop star for me. I'm just gonna put that out there. It's my hot take. But yeah, it's a short intro, but I do think it's I think the nostalgia of it is very effective. And then we get that great cut to Nick Cage. Yeah,
they do the Indiana Jones like hat reveal, but it's like not quite framed the same.
It's a little janky, but
it was like almost like they're like, we want to like do the homage, but we're really struggling to not like just do it.
Yeah.
So like we're doing is like just slightly off.
I think the score is working a little overtime in terms of making that cut
who did
work.
The score?
I actually don't know. It's a pretty good score.
I think it's a good score. I think it gets stuck in my head.
I think the theme is really good. I think some of the music can get a little not samey, if that makes sense, but I think we're using a lot. I think it's I don't mean to sound hypercritical of it. I think it's a good score, and I honestly do think like it's effective and kind of iconic a little bit. Not like household name-esque, but it's close. It's Neighbor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the Neighbor one.
Gotcha. The score was done by Trevor Rabin, or Rabin, actually. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but he did basically all the National Treasures.
Nice.
Race to Witch Mountain, The Sorcerer's
Right.
Apprentice,
So he's
I Am Number 4.
Is that all Turteltaub?
I Am Number 4 I don't think is a Turteltaub.
But Race to Witch Mountain is, right?
Is it?
I don't know. It feels like it.
Timothy Olyphant's in I Am Number 4. How did
Yeah.
I miss that?
I read that book and the sequel. I do not remember
Love
any
me
bit about it.
Some Timothy Olyphant. Let's see here. Is it Race to Witch Mountain, a Turteltaub? Nope, that's an Andy Fickman.
Okay, so he's a Disney guy.
Yeah, he's like a Disney guy. He also did Hot Rod, though. That's his first
Hell
credit.
yes.
Which
All
I
right.
watched the first time this year.
Really?
Yeah, I know, right?
It's a good time, dude.
I'm working backwards to all the things that everyone has been like, how the hell have you never seen this? This seems like catered to you. And then I'm like, I finally watched it. I'm like, yeah, they were right. This is pretty. It's actually crazy. My sense of humor is this without watching any of this.
Is it Ebenezer Scrooge? The joke of him in the bus where they're like, "It's Ebenezer Scrooge," and
I think so.
and he's like, "A Christmas goose," or whatever the fuck. It's really funny.
That movie's really good.
But yeah, I think it is weird. I obviously I don't know. I feel like I know your feelings on Nick Cage. Big fan?
Pro Nick Cage. I've always been a Cage head, and like people are like, he's just always doing that same weird thing. I'm like, that's why I'm here though, is
Yes.
to watch that insanity like unfold.
I also think when he was kind of in that unbearable weight of massive talent, the like early,
Yeah.
early part of this decade, like he was talking about, people were like, "Oh, you've kind of been gone," quote unquote, for a while. And he's like, because he was making a lot of direct to DVD movies and all this stuff.
Well, he's like the king of DVD movies. I feel like
He's
as like a bona fide box office star, I feel like he really like did well on DVD movies. Like I feel like Family Man, The Rock.
And he has a quote where he was like, "I know that I did movies that were not the biggest, but I never phoned anything in."
No,
and I believe him.
Full Cage.
He's always, even if he's not doing full Cage, he's always locked in.
Yeah, well, I feel like in this one, this is kind of one of his least like cagey performances, even though it's pretty cagey.
It is.
But I guess in that like he doesn't have
more
like the
subdued.
I'm gonna do the freak out now. Like it's like he's very like, okay, yeah, like he's just sort of like, well, that happened. Like we're gonna breeze past that a little bit. Like
he's kind of doing and I don't mean to be like reductive with it, but he's doing kind of the action guy thing. And I know that The Rock, that we mentioned previously,
where he's like full Die Hard.
Well, like I know like that's the movie that really like makes him an action star.
Yeah,
quote unquote.
Quote unquote, yeah. But it's like in that John McClane kind of way of like he's like
he's the
everyman surrogate kind of thing.
It is always funny to see him do, because he's done it. I mean, Gone in 60 Seconds, right?
Gone in 60 Seconds, Con Air.
Big Daddy, I suppose, and
down.
Kick-Ass. Like that's
Big Daddy. Yeah, I was
that's
thinking
kind of
the
an
Adam
action
Sandler
role.
movie.
No, fair. He's Scuba Steve. You don't remember? But it is funny to see him do it because he does feel. I think again, The Rock is where it's like he's kind of meant to be out of place.
Yeah.
But
yeah, when that movie, he's like a nerd freaking out because he's got bullets flying over his head every second, and Sean Connery's there to be the coolest man who ever lived.
It's true. And in
pretty much everything he's ever done, I guess.
That's true. I mean, yeah. Once you play James Bond, it's hard to kind of escape.
when you create the character of James Bond,
yeah, you get locked in pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But he is playing more of like a traditional action guy.
Yeah.
But I think I think he's one of the few.
Yeah.
Like I try to think of the action stars from this era, and like, you know, it's like I love Bruce Willis. I think he's great, like talking about John McClane. But I don't see Bruce Willis delivering the monologues to the not to say that he's a bad actor, because he's not. He's a great actor, but like there is something, there's a factor that Cage has where he can
it's the romantic in him. He's so like, it's like it's like that line where they're in when they're changing clothes and
people don't talk like that.
People don't talk, but he's like, yeah, but they think it. Like it's like that thing of like he's just saying what's like in our hearts kind of thing.
Yeah,
but he like believes it sincerely, like kind of thing.
I think it's
which is kind of the trick to this character.
Yes, is that he is kind of a man. So
yeah,
honestly, and I'm just gonna make a comparison. He's kind of like Superman. I think he's kind of like Superman.
You're kind of onto something.
He
there.
is kind of a man who is outside of the cynicism of the world.
A little bit, yeah. Which, to your point, like that's why I think something like Bruce Willis wouldn't work, is because he's too cynical.
Yeah, he's too.
He wants to do the right thing, but he's way too cynical. Like that's where like he wouldn't believe. I wouldn't believe that Bruce Willis would believe in this treasure.
No.
That's the other thing.
Cage is, and I say this with love, like insane enough that if he were like, there's like a treasure map on the back of the Declaration.
You know what? I just believe that he believes in it.
Yeah, it is. And you can't help, he is charismatic in that way. Like, and that is what makes him such an effective leading man, is that charisma that he has, despite it being, maybe a little more, what's the word that I'm looking for? Like, I don't know, a little, for lack of a better word, a little weirder than like a Bruce Willis or traditional.
Have you ever seen the
more
movie?
Traditional leading man.
This could turn into a sidebar pretty badly. I'll try to rein it in. You ever seen the movie Next with Nicolas Cage?
No.
I got a nod from Dish.
Dish has seen it. I have not.
Yeah. Next is Nicolas Cage is a washed up shitty Vegas magician.
Love that.
But specifically he's a mentalist. But the truth is he has super abilities. He can see 2 minutes into the future.
That's right.
It's the whole, except for one instance where he sees Jessica Biel sitting at a diner. He knows it's his power turning on, but he knows it's the future. He knows so he goes to this diner waiting for her. Not creepy at all, but
no, certainly not.
But more of that like romantic thing. But he's got it's so funny because it's a certain point. It's like that thing of like he can dodge bullets because he can see where the target's gonna be.
Right. That we should do it, Nick. If
we should just do like a 3-episode series on just like some random Nicolas Cage movies that could have
that
sequels.
Didn't get sequels or
that
whatever.
Never got sequels that are maybe forgotten about.
Does he have a full trilogy? I don't think he does.
Well, he has an unofficial trilogy that is big explosion sends him hurling through the sky.
Right.
Which is
the Aquaman effect.
Yeah. Do you want to explain that?
In the first Aquaman movie, every conversation is interrupted by a big explosion that sets off an action sequence. It happens like 4 times.
Yeah, I think you explained this to me when we saw the second one.
I love the first Aquaman.
The first one's really fucking fun.
I think
that second one clearly is like.
There's stuff to like in it.
There's stuff to like in it, but it is, you can tell they're like giving up on that one.
And I love James Wan.
But I love James Wan.
Yes.
Malignant.
Malignant is, look, don't be surprised if that shows up on an I Need One More, like a Speed Racer or Dread.
Yeah.
I'm just putting that out there.
Maybe you could do that. And then I'll do Sahara.
Good call. You were saying?
Adventure movies.
Sure.
But what was I saying? The trilogy of him flying through the air. It's The Rock, Con Air, and Face Off.
Right, that makes sense.
Somewhere right as they're like heading into like the climax of the movie, there is we crash a thing or a big explosion, and then there's a shot of Nicolas Cage silhouetted like Looney Tunesing through the sky.
Because it's like
like dramatically.
National Treasure gets 2 movies.
Which I think those are all Bruckheimer's. I mean, I don't know if Face Off is, but it feels at home.
I don't know if
Bruckheimer
well, because
stuff.
it's John Woo.
Yeah,
but like
it might not be a Bruckheimer, but it feels.
It's around the same.
It's the same era. It's
Cajun
cashing in.
movie.
It's caging in on.
Cage, love that. We're caging in right now.
We're caging in.
But like National Treasure gets 2 movies. Ghost Rider gets 2 movies.
I forgot about Ghost Rider.
Kick-Ass gets 2 movies, and I don't think he's in the second one. Proper. I'm sure there's flashbacks.
Yeah, if he's in it,
I
haven't seen the second one.
But like he doesn't have a movie that we never complete a trilogy with him.
Yeah, no, you never.
Not to say that he's like not effective and
No, it's not. But it's bizarre that even now, like with his like sort of art house resurgence, that people didn't just go here's. Well, I guess they probably could because like I feel like his movies still when he was like doing his thing in the day like cost a bunch. Like this, the National Treasure movies are like $100 million a piece. Which actually kind of shocked me. I thought that was kind of expensive for a movie that isn't about giant robots or dinosaurs. You know.
I agree. I looked up the budget because I was like, how much is this one? This is probably like 50, or 60 to 70, and it's 100 at the time.
I thought it was like 75, and but a huge portion was just to lock down Cage.
Sure.
You know.
And I adjusted for inflation. So the $100 million in 2004 equates to about $175 million today.
Okay, yeah, that's like basically,
so
might as well be a $200 million movie at that point.
Expensive,
that's
but
a Marvel movie.
Certainly not the $250 million of Red Notice. We really went, our dollars went really far with that one, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't wait to talk about Red Notice on this podcast when it gets the sequel
What's
they said it got.
Speaking of adventure treasure hunting movies that maybe won't be good, but
Red Notice?
No. Well, yes, Red Notice, but what's the Krasinski Natalie Portman one that's coming out?
It's out.
Is it?
It's been out for months.
Oh Lord, that's not good.
It came out in like March, I think.
Well,
it is called Fountain of Youth.
Okay, that's right.
And it went to Apple TV.
Did anyone watch it?
Nathan watched it.
Did it?
I'm pretty sure.
Nathan,
I'm looking it up. Oh, I just literally looked up his name into Letterboxd, but I'm Fountain of Youth, directed by Guy Ritchie.
Oh God, I forgot it's a Guy Ritchie.
No, Nathan did not.
This is how well they advertised this movie. All I knew is that it was vaguely treasure hunting Krasinski and Portman.
Nathan actually did not.
Kevin
watch
Bacon's probably in it,
but it is on his want to watch. And there is one person that I've seen who watched it, and they did not like it.
Okay.
Is what I will say.
Well, we won't totally. I don't want to throw anything under the bus without actually watching it, but. But I do think I love treasure hunting movies, so I want to see these come back.
I mean, it's Indiana Jones. It's all like it's
Jones.
Romancing the Stone or whatever.
Yeah.
But so getting kind of back to the plot, obviously, we're on our way to the Charlotte. We go. Yes. I think it's smart to go right into
he's embarking on the quest to find the biggest treasure known to man.
Yes,
that's tied up in American founding father.
And it has brought him, Justin Bartha, and Sean Bean,
who's probably never looked as good in a movie.
He does look very good.
I think maybe it's the hair length. Like there's a couple of shots where I'm like, he's really hunky in this movie in a way that I don't remember.
He's hot.
Yeah, I'm like, he's always been handsome, but he's always like the villain. So I feel like they never allow him to be like better looking than the lead. But in this one, it's like now he's competing with Nick Cage, so it's like the runway's like wide open.
It is very smart casting shorthand because Ian, his character's name, very villainous name, Ian.
Ian might as well be Kevin.
Yeah, well, one of them is named Phil, one of the henchmen, and I was like, "Come on, guys, what are you?" But they were like, "Okay, like Ian is going to turn on Ben Gates in 3 minutes of this movie, so let's get Sean Bean so people understand that this guy will be a bad guy."
Dynamics are,
because Sean Bean is a likable on-screen actor and does not always play a villain, but in American movies, he pretty consistently plays a villain.
Like Goldeneye, The Island.
He's not a villain, I suppose, in Lord of the Rings, but he does.
he has some sketchy moments.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, like I mean, the whole design, it leads them to the Charlotte, which is an old wooden ship, much like I'm quoting Anchorman.
What is the line? What's the line? What's the word?
Dave Koechner goes, "What is diversity?" And he goes, "Well, I believe diversity is an old wooden ship." That's what he says.
I'm so ashamed I can't remember it because it is one of my favorite lines of the movie.
Really funny joke.
Because I always forget about it and then it sneaks up on me when he says it.
It's such a because he says it so matter of fact.
And that had to have been an improvised line, like in the moment.
Certainly. But it would lead us to the Charlotte, which is an old wooden ship, half sunken in the ice.
Yeah.
Love the look of the Charlotte.
The Charlotte looks great.
Like
it's a good set piece.
It's a good set piece. I miss just like old things in movies.
Yeah.
Everything is always.
Did you mean practical sets?
Real
locations, Matt.
Real locations and practical sets, unfortunately, are old things in movies a little bit now.
Yeah.
But
people roll out to the middle of nowhere with some snow and just builds a boat out there.
Yeah, it's good shit, man.
Yeah.
And the whole like
and then they blow it up.
That explosion
Not to jump ahead.
Hits
phenomenal
like crack. That explosion is so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're looking for they kind of allude to it later in the movie and bring it up a little bit. This is a clue that has basically been, or I guess they say it in the cold open.
Yeah.
It's like the one clue that they've had for decades. The secret lies with Charlotte, and they have not been able to figure out what it is.
His family's had it for decades, but presumably Charles Carroll, who's the guy that gives it to him, had it.
I guess it's been
for
like
maybe
hundreds
centuries.
of years.
Yeah.
And no one knows what it means.
Yep.
Ben, because he's Superman,
Yep.
has found it,
Mm-hmm.
and that it's not a person, it's a ship,
Yep.
which John Voight brings up.
Yep.
And they seek out what they think the treasure might be there.
Yeah.
Instead, they find another clue. Speaking of great, cool looking things,
The pipe.
the pipe is fucking awesome.
Is it a $1 million pipe?
Is it $1 billion pipe?
That joke's really funny.
It is. I mean, look, Riley Poole is
Justin
funny,
Bartha's
dude.
killing it as the comedic relief in this movie.
There's a lot of like very like cliche sidekick kind of.
Yeah.
Did that just happen?
Yeah, he's got
stuff.
that "it's right behind me" energy the whole time, but it's like I feel like in a weird way he created the trope. I don't know. Maybe I'm off.
They're
I mean,
also-
it's a trope, but I feel like that trope has got to be older than that. But
This is one of those things where like if this movie was made 10 years before,
Mhm.
like it's played by Matthew Perry, which is also where I'm like, this is my character.
Well,
type.
who's the treasure hunter in that one? Burt Reynolds.
Sure. It's fucking, if we're just throwing shit out there, yeah. why
I'm just
not?
saying shit. Now.
Well, big movie stars in the 90s. I mean, it could still be Cage.
Because that's actually true. It still could be Cage.
It's just younger Cage.
I'm just trying to imagine Matthew Perry like riding bitch to Cage in that
To
movie.
Cage.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I think he has a solid energy. He's also rocking a goatee.
Yeah.
In this one, he has like a very little goatee.
Actually, I was gonna say I think if this is happening 10 years earlier, it's probably Dave Chappelle, but
As Riley?
is Riley?
Well, yeah, I could see that.
If you're keeping Cage, it could be Dave Chappelle.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't think it works quite as well, but
No, I also think this movie feels. It is weird that it's like it's about history and things that happened hundreds of years ago, and maybe it's just because of us growing up. But it feels like this movie can only exist in the mid 2000s.
it really can. Which I think will color our massive question that we ask every week.
We'll see. Maybe for you. No, I'm kidding. But yeah,
It's a point of discussion.
Yes,
but we'll get into that.
I'm very excited to talk about that. But yeah, they kind of discover this new truth. Again with the pipe, I love the visual. Him. The blood on the scroll and all that stuff is really.
When he whips out the knife and just starts stabbing, everyone's like, "What the fuck?"
It really is like you're way too comfortable doing this.
I know.
But we learn this whole. We do what you just referenced at the beginning of the podcast. This riddle.
Yep. Probably one of my all-time favorite lines. It is actually. I think it's actually kind of shocking that Nick Cage wasn't the Riddler ever.
Yeah, he was almost. I think rumor he was maybe the Scarecrow.
Yes, which also
For the
goes
fourth
very
or fifth
hard.
Batman movie.
I'd still, I think, like to see him as the Scarecrow. I
Totally.
think that would work, especially if we're doing like an Arkham Knight version of the Scarecrow,
There is
where he's just monologuing on a ledge for the entire night. I assume.
I'll call it out, I guess, right now because this is kind of an apt way to bring it up. There is the moment when they're breaking into steal the Declaration, when Justin Bartha says, "Ben Gates, you are now the Invisible Man," which made me think Nick Cage should play the Invisible Man.
That's actually pretty good.
Obviously, he's played Dracula already, so it's like let's just do a dark universe.
He should
of
no.
all
He should just make it his quest to play all of the Universal monster
because
movies.
he could play Frankenstein's monster.
He could absolutely.
He could play the Wolfman.
He could do the Wolfman. I don't
could play
care. That
Gilman.
it doesn't make sense for him to be the Mummy, but like I just put him in the Mummy movie.
Well, it's a Tom Cruise situation.
Yeah,
Where he's given mummy
he's
powers.
like,
Yeah,
in the plane.
That's my impression of Tom Cruise in that trailer.
That trailer, the wrong trailer being uploaded is incredible.
Do you know about that with the Mummy trailer? In the 2017 the Tom Cruise Mummy movie,
Yeah.
when they released the first trailer, they released it without any music.
Or special, like some of the effects sounds
Yes.
weren't in it either, and
Oh,
so
wait,
it was
wait.
just Tom
You
Cruise
may have-
getting rattled
Did
around.
you send it once in our? I think you did.
Oh, you did.
Yes. Never mind. It's very funny.
That's so funny.
But no, so they have this whole.
Yeah.
They realize that it's on the back of the Declaration. There are multiple moments in my notes where I'm like, excellent delivery. The first of which is Sean Bean going, "We could borrow it." The way he says it like that.
When he's like, I've been hired to do a number of exploits that are of questionable legality. I was like,
Yes.
wow.
I was like, you are really. There's a lot of
I'm
people.
like, you should run for office with that tongue.
There's a lot of people like saying things in a way that makes it less. Like when Ben is like, he's talking about the treasury map and he's like, cartograph to things of valuable and intrinsic value. Or whatever.
Yeah,
like
a treasure map.
Yeah, there's a lot of people kind of taking a bunch of
And then
right
she's
turns.
like, and why can't they see it? And he's like, because it's invisible.
He's like, fuck, I can't get around this.
She's like, do you have the pipe?
But so
No.
the team is fractured.
Yes.
Because Ben is
A splinter faction breaks off.
exactly. Ben is like, as he says, I'm not going to let you steal the
Yeah.
Declaration of Independence.
I think Ben Gates' two hobbies are doing impossible things and being betrayed and locked in ancient things that will explode.
True. Not too dissimilar from our good friend Ethan Hunt.
Yep. Very Ethan Hunt energy.
Yes, he does truly care about his.
The run's not as good though.
No, it's unfortunately not as good. No diss to Cage.
He
but
kind
no
of
one
runs
can
like
beat-
he's got a back injury.
It's a little stiff.
It's a little. It's not bad. He's moving fast, which is good for an action movie. But he doesn't look slow. But he does look like he's.
But they do, yeah.
It's looking a little Keanu with like the limp in John Wick, you know?
Sure, yeah, that's a good.
And I think it actually might just be like he's just tall.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah. And Cruz obviously is like, not particularly tall.
No, he's built for aerodynamics.
Exactly. He glides through the air.
He put all of his stats in dexterity.
He's like Morbius. He hits the wind.
Nicolas
right.
Cage put them all in intelligence.
Yeah, exactly. But so the team is broken and you know Cage and Bartha are left for dead. They hide in the cellar.
Yeah. First, he has to ask. You need to know if Shaw can catch.
Yes,
which
and
I thought I was always saying the shock of catch for years, and this is the first time I watched the movie with subtitles and realized he said Shaw, which is
when I was a kid.
I assume the bald guy's name.
Yes, his name is Shaw. But
which I finally put two and two together. I just always thought he was Baldy.
When I was a kid,
that one lady in the supermarket.
One of my favorite scenes in the movie. When I was a kid, I thought it was shock and catch.
Yes.
Like it was a maneuver. And I was like, I wonder what the shock and catch is.
I'm like, that must be a Green Beret thing.
Yeah, I was like, who knows? Yeah, we just both did not understand. No, true.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Shaw can catch. But I like that they.
Well, we don't know if Shaw can catch. Ian can though.
Oh, that's true. Ian can catch.
Ian can catch.
Ian can also get a little bit of gunpowder on his jacket.
That's such a nice detail though, of like because he's like playing with the gunpowder in the one shot, and you're like, ooh, that's like a very treasure hunter thing. But then it blows up in his face. There's a lot of like little like thoughts that go into this like script that I really really like.
Well, it's establishing that he's. I don't want to say not. He's not as aware of like the context of the situations that he's in the same way. He can be tricked, I guess. You know what I mean?
It's like he's smart. You don't want to mess with him, but also like you can. It's a thing of like what's cool. I think about this matchup of like Cage versus Bean is that like I feel like their characters are sort of evenly matched.
Yeah,
I think the upper hand that Ben Gates has is just purely his family has been studying the history longer, and that's really the only advantage that he has. But it's not that he's more clever, the other guy's more clever, or even like I mean he's definitely got the resources, but it's in terms of like intellect they are sort of on an even playing field.
And they do feel like, and credit to Cage and Bean, I think, because I don't really think it's in the script, but I do think those two actors. I do believe that they have been friends.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, you do. You feel like they've been trying to figure out the Charlotte situation for a couple years now.
Yeah, and
they've really bonded over this like idea.
There's an admiration, I think, of each other. I think a little bit. I think Bean, maybe we see a little bit more of his admiration of Cage, but also because Cage is like constantly of use. Yep. Like he needs to do things. Bean is kind of just like not standing around, but he's a little more. Not as active, I suppose.
Well, his actions are where is not really solving the puzzles, but finding Nicolas Cage.
Yes, true. They just
his movie is more of a manhunt situation ultimately.
That is a good point. But yeah, so
he's just kind of trailing behind him a little bit.
True. But the Charlotte explodes.
Yep,
wonderfully.
And one of the most spectacular explosions,
gloriously
on celluloid.
True.
Presumably this movie was shot on film. I have not verified it, but
it
feels
like
a film.
Is. It's 2004.
2004. It's a Bruckheimer.
Yeah, we're still in that transition a little bit, so I have a feeling it probably is. I do think the next one is shot on digital.
I think it is. It doesn't look as good, but it's still pretty good.
And then we cut to the introduction of Diane Kruger. The
Basically,
little
yep.
bit outside the Department of Homeland Security, I think is what it is.
Yeah.
Where he says, one step sort of crazy. What do you have? Barthas is obsessed.
Passionate.
Something I do quote.
Yeah. Us talking about making movies.
Exactly. And we meet Diane Kruger as Abigail Chase.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's a ton of fun.
She is. I think it's a really good character. For given like the era that this is coming out of.
Yeah.
I mean, she ultimately ends up just getting stuck with them, I think, but I feel like she has a job, a career,
She's also, I mean, she is at we kind of talked about this with the Mission Impossible movies where like when they write their female characters, they are kind of almost always exclusively not at the same level as the protagonist.
Yeah.
Even though they are ostensibly co-leading the movies at times, they say and in this, like Diane Kruger and Nick Cage are at the same level. Like when they are
it's another thing. It's like they both, they're on an even playing field.
Yeah, a lot of issues with. I mean, obviously, there's many issues with how most movies in history have written female characters, but like there's a lot of talking down a lot of the time, and I do not get that in the movie. There is I don't know if there's like a little bit of the like you're still shouting like that whole thing, but I don't know if that's like there's a little bit like I think Cage is playing it a little less pointed.
No, it's the funny thing of like that he could just be flirting with her, but instead he's just like stop.
Yeah, like
he's like I'm really caught up and I'm busy right now.
That's the only moment in the movie where I can kind of.
It's a little condescending, but
it's a little condescending.
It's also kind of funny.
But obviously, yeah. She again going back to that scene. Another good delivery. Justin Bartha going Bill. When he has to come up with a name.
It's like Brown.
Paul Brown.
Family doesn't get a lot of respect in the academic community.
Exactly.
It's funny. It takes the name of Doc Brown, maybe. I don't know.
Well, he takes the last name.
Yes.
It would be crazy if he was like, I'm Dr. Emmett Brown. That would be crazy.
Yeah. Emmett Brown.
But yeah, they explain the treasure map, all this other stuff. And she has the great line, did Bigfoot take it?
Yeah. Such a good moment where she like leans in. Yeah, that was definitely a trailer line. Right before the other big line in the trailer.
Of course.
I have to steal the. What is it? What is it exactly?
I think he says.
I have to steal it.
I'm gonna steal it. I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah, and then like dum,
which is right after
with
this, where they visit the Declaration. You ever seen the Declaration of Independence?
I have. Yes.
Same.
Have you?
Yes.
Yes. I was one of the people mentioned in the 8th grade field trip.
I did not do that, but I went with my family.
No, I went. This movie actually, because the movie came out like just a couple of years before. I think the second one came out when I went. When I would have gone on the trip, and so I was sort of like kind of actually inspired by the movie to like want to go and do that trip in the first place.
Sure.
And so it was funny that like that was all anyone was talking about when you got there.
I was at an age. I think when you go see the Declaration as a kid, you don't have the real understanding to take it in.
It's a little bit of it kind of feels like a letdown when you're a kid.
Yeah, it's that thing where it's like obvious. I think now if I were to see it, I'd be like, oh, like obviously this is a. I recognize the importance of keeping a document like this, preserving a document like this. But as a kid, you're kind of like, old piece of paper. Yeah. You don't really have the, you know what I mean?
Well, it's like funny too, is I think that, I think I've heard it like mentioned by like people who like work in government and stuff like that like the Declaration of Independence is just a memo.
Yeah.
Essentially,
basically.
It's an iconic and important memo, but it is actually bizarre that it survived.
Yeah.
Like that kind of thing. And it is funny that like this movie does like a document that's importance would ensure its survival. And it's like, they actually don't, it's like that thing, but it's like, it's just a memo. Like if it didn't survive, they'd write it again probably.
Also, a lot of especially now, a lot of the text is faded.
Yeah.
Because they used to hang it up by a window and it just like faded out the ink.
Just faded, yeah.
So now they keep it very,
Yeah, lock and key. It's very dark in there.
That's true. But yeah, obviously we get the line, I'm going to steal the Declaration of Independence. A meme, but also I would say like, honestly, in terms of film, iconic
line. No,
if
it's
you
up
say
there
I'm
with
gonna
like,
steal the
you can't
Declaration,
handle the truth and this is Sparta. Like, it's like one of those lines that you just defined a decade. Like,
no, I mean like, I am your father, all that. Like if you say that, if you say I'm going to steal the Declaration of Independence, like people understand that you're quoting.
Yeah, no. If AFI ever like updates their list, because I think they're big like top 100 movie lines. I think the last time they like did a big like retrospective was like right before this movie came out.
I do think it's up there.
Yeah, I think this deserves a slot on that list.
I agree. But and obviously we get this whole Riley reacting to this. I love to hear Nick Cage read the Declaration.
It can't be done.
Not that. Well, there's a moment where he's
not that
like,
it shouldn't be done. It can't.
there's a moment where it's like right at the top of that scene where Riley's like, this is like prison. We'll go to prison, and he's like, yeah, I know. Or he like kind of throws it off, and Riley, I quoted it. He goes, it would bother most people. Which I think is funny that
this movie's really good at setting up like what needs to happen, what are the stakes, and like the like importance of it in the most sincere way. Like they really slip a lot of it in. Like there's some of the character actions, like I think the most heavy-handed like exposition line is when he's like, if you hadn't found me all these years ago and believed in the treasure, we never would have paid for this adventure.
There's a little bit, yeah.
But I'm also like, it happens kind of so fast that like you almost don't catch it.
The like, and with Riley when they're like, well, we picked you up in that cubicle and you were blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
That one's a little bit.
That one's a little bit
better,
there, but even like him being like, I broke a shoelace, like it's just like,
yeah. I do like the bit where when we get back to John Voight where he's like, and he roped you two into this?
Yeah.
And she's like, literally, and he goes, I volunteered. Like, that's pretty good.
He's like, and what do you have? Him? And he's like, eating the pizza.
He's eating the pizza.
That's one of my favorite reaction shots I think of all time is when he's like,
I agree.
Half chew, like,
I completely agree. But yeah, so they go through, Riley explains like, it's like stealing the Washington Monument. It's like stealing Lincoln.
Yeah.
Or General Thane from Planet of the Apes, if you do that as well. But yeah, and Cage brings up his plan.
To be clear, Abe Lincoln was the guy from Bill and Ted, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Party on, dude. Yeah, that guy. Yeah. And solely from there.
So, yeah.
But
he was in that one movie with Tommy Lee Jones. I can't remember what it was called, but
The Fugitive.
Yes.
Yeah. Right?
Yes.
Or was it U.S. Marshals?
Robert Downey Jr. is the bad guy in that movie.
That's crazy.
That is.
That's objectively.
That was like right
insane.
when he was apparently like peak drug addict, and so like apparently he doesn't remember filming that movie.
Well,
just a little strung out on heroin, probably.
A lot going on. Have you ever seen U.S. Marshals?
I have seen U.S. Marshals.
I haven't.
I've seen it once on DVD and once on TV, and it was bad both times.
Well, it's not bad.
But
The
Fugitive rules, and
Fugitive's
I
good.
think maybe we should talk about that next season. I don't know.
That's an interesting idea.
Mm-hmm.
We can discuss it. We can discuss it. But so he explains the preservation room.
Yep.
We go to the Library of Congress.
Which is for delicious jams and jellies?
Yes, another
mark?
great line. I do want to bring up.
I think I could quote this. I could probably do the first movie. I could reenact it, like Andy Dwyer in Parks and Rec when he's
Kinda
doing
same.
Rambo.
Yeah.
Like I could do this.
Pulls out the throat. You can't eat.
Yeah,
All that,
I could do this and probably Rush Hour. I probably shouldn't do Rush Hour, but
Let's leave Rush Hour.
Real Michael Scott moment there.
Let's encase that in amber and just not touch it.
Yeah.
But I do want to bring up an anecdote of obviously you and I write movies together, and are working on a couple of things. Couple times. We were writing a heist movie. Which I won't go into any details about.
It's under lock and key. You guys aren't ready for that yet.
It's in the preservation room. But we were talking about.
We built a replica.
It's true.
And then we put it in there. It's in the case.
It's Mission Impossible style, Fallout style.
Yeah.
But we were talking about the plan, the heist that was going on in the movie.
Yeah.
And we were trying to work out how you would break into the building because it's a real building. And we were trying to look into stuff, and we referenced this movie, and we were like, well, what did they do for National Treasure? And then we were like, oh, the preservation room, all this stuff. It's just a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, they made up everything to justify how they do the heist.
Which I'm sure, you don't want to actually tell people how to break in, obviously,
Yeah.
but it was that thing where I remember us being like, we're thinking too hard about this. Let's just make up whatever works for the story.
Well, it's like that funny thing of the whole idea is that the we're gonna steal it out of the preservation room because the security is not as tight. That's
well, also because of
that's
the gala
break
and everything,
and the gala's happening. But conceivably, at that point in the night, the Declaration would not be in the preservation room. Like, I can't imagine a scenario where they're like, "Hey, one of our big like crown jewel achievements of preservation isn't in the thing."
That's why they do the laser.
Oh, is that
pointer.
the same day?
Yes, they heat it up, and so they take it down into the preservation room to keep it safe.
Oh,
because it
okay.
happens the same day. And then
well, that actually makes that whole part made sense. I thought they were testing the theory so they could like figure out where everything was, and I thought part of that was to get it so they could get Abigail Chase's fingerprints on the keyboard prior.
Oh no, yeah,
recently, because she gets the magic campaign button
yes.
with the magic ink on it.
Yes, which we assume
which only works because she holds it like this with all of her fingers on it.
It is that thing in movies with the ink stuff like that, where you're like, you are putting a lot of faith in someone.
That is an Ethan Hunt roll of the dice right there,
directly onto it.
That'd be amazing if they went there and like half the letters are missing. There's like 2, and he's like, "Fuck."
Yeah. But we assume Ben Gates had that button, right? That's always been my assumption, that he had it.
No, he did. I think that's the thing, is when he goes into her office, he says he has it before he's even committed to stealing it. And it's a thing that he realizes very quickly he can use to their advantage.
Because I know he says, you have one missing, names it.
Yeah.
And then says, must take you a long time to find all that
because before that he says, I came across one years ago.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not just like... I mean, it's there as a plot device in the writing of like why he has it, but it is like I think the idea is that is like what gives him the idea to like send her the button and do the like invisible ink thing.
Sure. Okay. Gotcha.
But yeah, because his family's always got a bunch of weird shit because they were like, does this have clues on it?
Yeah, they have like vintage.
Yeah, they've hoarded everything.
They really are like hoarders,
basically.
But yeah, we kind of run right into the thick of the heist. I love the cutting back and forth between how the two heist teams operate.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good juxtaposition of everything.
That it's like Ben Gates like photoshopping and Sean Bean like loading an assault rifle. Like
they'd be like, you might have to kill people.
It's just the craziest. Like you're like, oh shit. Yeah. Okay.
I would say also, what is that lens that Nick Cage has where he can snap a high def photo of the bat?
There's 1 and 2 that I cannot wait to talk about. There's so many bits where I'm like,
is it the stoplight cam footage?
No, but fair.
Yeah.
Well, I'll bring it up next week.
It's a real enhanced moment.
There's a real big enhanced one, and I can't wait to talk about.
Yeah, two. I can't wait to talk next week about 2.
But yeah, so we set up for the gala. Ben sneaks in again as a janitor.
As a janitor.
There's that great moment of Riley being like, "Are you sure we really ought to do it?" And he shuts the gate or whatever.
Yeah. I like when he gets in there and he's like, "How do you look?" He's like, "Not bad." Like it's just like the funny thing. He's like, he's a little conceited.
He's like, "All right, I'm pretty hot."
Yeah. He's like, "I should look pretty good."
I gotta be honest. I will say, like Nick Cage in this movie, kind of hot. Ben Gates is kind of hot,
dude. He's breaking into the gala, dude.
It is that like I don't know what it is, if it's just the confidence of it or
no,
something.
It's definitely a confidence thing, because it's like objectively everything this man does is insane and weird, but the confidence of like, we just have to breathe while we do this. Like, we'll be fine. We're smart, capable people. You're just like, yeah.
It is funny that when he runs into Abigail, he basically just tells her that he's in the midst of stealing the Declaration.
He does.
That whole like...
He says something like, remember that in case I'm on trial. Maybe you'll save me dramatically.
It really is that, people who did what everyone thought was wrong, but they knew was right. And then he goes, what they knew was right. And I was like, dude... Shut up!
Like, shut up! It was a tax thing.
You're doing it right now.
I know. It's a thing of like. I think what's hilarious about this is the sort of over romanticizing of American history. But we had a chokehold on us in this era. But it is like funny to like.
You could get away with that a little bit more.
It's again, I think you could get away with it now, especially again. This is I kind of made the joke that it's the post 9/11 world, but. That is like that couple years right after in 2001, like that everything was like very pro America.
Totally, yeah.
Which I mean that's like a whole conversation in itself. But like having a movie that had like this national identity in a positive way, which not so much anymore. But that's another conversation for another time. But like to like have a movie like that where he's like saying these kinds of things, like now watching it, it's like. Shut up, Ben.
Yeah, it is a little.
It's like, that's
buddy.
not quite what was going on today. There was a 2% tax raise and everyone lost their fucking mind.
It's a little, there's a
They're
lot
like, I can't, these profit margins aren't good enough. Let's rebel.
a lot of work. A lot of things we could talk about.
Yeah.
But, I do think, again, Cage is the guy that, again, it's the Adam West thing. Cage can really sell.
Yeah, which I've never thought of Nicolas Cage as an Adam West type, but
he's on record saying Adam West is like one of his favorite actors.
Honestly, is a really amazing comparison.
I don't think I'm the first person. I mean,
no, I know. I said I'm not giving you credit for that.
Don't.
No,
I don't deserve it.
No, I've never thought of those two being in the same pantheon of like character actor, but it's like now I can't unsee it.
Like Nick Cage could have done, and he's basically doing it in Kick-Ass, but he could do 60s Batman.
He could do 60s Batman. He could play any of the Batman.
But that is a very good.
Like there's a version of the Joker that works. I'm not particularly interested in that right now, but we saw Long Legs. Like
that is true.
There's something unhinged there, but like honestly, the Mad Hatter, throw a dart at anyone on the Rogues Gallery there.
I'd love to see him in that penguin outfit. From the 60s, especially when he's doing Commodore Schmidt-Lap in the movie and he's like an old pirate. It'd be really funny.
That'd be good. I will take a Treasure Island movie with Nick Cage as Long John Silver.
That would be sick.
Would go hard.
But yeah, so they are in the heist,
bones?
Obviously.
No bones.
Fuck yeah. We do the Invisible Man bit, which as a kid I was like, that's so fucking
that's
cool.
so cool. Christopher McQuarrie watching that when he was writing part 1 of Dead Reckoning, he's like,
true.
Invisible Man, interesting.
And
what would Turteltaub do?
Dude, a question I ask myself.
I was going to do that, but with more running.
Exactly. It is that thing, and we've referenced it before, the story of him being like, I make turkey sandwiches. Is it the best sandwich in the world? No. But who doesn't like a turkey sandwich? Nobody.
Yep.
Everybody loves it. Like
a little MLT, mutton, lettuce, tomato.
Hey, fuck yeah. But it is that thing where it's like, this movie is not... It's not that it's poor. It's not poorly directed, but it's also not like... It's workman.
It's that thing of like the movie knows what it is.
Yeah. It's not too, even like we're kind of, I'm maybe jumping a little bit ahead, but like the car chase where I'm like, this is not the most well shot car chase.
No.
By any sense of the imagination.
But there's like interesting ideas of like her hanging off the door and it's like a food truck. And so there's a lot of like elements to like play with there, I guess.
I think there is a tone management that is that is working really well.
The balancing of it all is very top notch balancing.
Yes. And again, it's like, I mean, talking about Indiana Jones, like it's like Spielberg, is also, I wouldn't say he's not like Sam Raimi or something where the camera is super in your face, but there is a style there. And Turteltaub obviously is not, I say this with love to Jon Turteltaub, he's not Steven Spielberg.
No.
Does not have, it's not, the movie's not poorly directed. It is competently directed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, he goes in. Obviously, he's trying to steal the Declaration as Sean Bean and his team meet, and they kind of come to an intersection. Crazy that Sean Bean just starts firing at the Declaration.
Open fire, yeah.
Which I'm sure he's aware that it's bulletproof.
Yeah.
But also like.
Yeah, just to start shooting.
Like he's trying to like just like kill him.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's the only reason that you would do that.
Yep. He's just like, I had to kill him. But also like, I think what's so funny is presumably he thinks he's dead. He doesn't know that Ben Gates is alive.
That
he
is
thinks
true.
He left him in a boat to die.
It's very.
And so the fact that he shows up holding it, he's probably like, what?
What the fuck? It is. And
if anything, his reaction is more like, is completely understated of like he should just be like, no.
Yeah, you were locked in an old boat that was on fire in the Arctic.
Yeah, I genuinely be like, so let me get this straight. Not only did the explosion not kill you, you walked somewhere and
you somehow got out of that
and planned a heist the same day I am doing. You've been a busy guy.
Damn true.
I would be like so like in awe of that. Like I'd just be like, we're dealing with someone much tougher than I thought.
Yeah, did not realize you would be able to do something like this.
Yeah, it's like that is insane.
We have their little run through. Ben sneaks into the gift shop. We have one of my favorite scenes in the movie.
We take Visa.
Yeah, they're just being like, "Are you trying to steal that?"
That is an amazing bit of product placement.
It is 100%. And that whole, I mean, I love that Ben has planned for this whole heist to the down to the letter or whatever.
But he didn't bring more than $30.
He doesn't have enough cash, but he's like 32, 57. Like the way that he's like really freaking out.
It's expensive. Like, what, are you gonna talk her down now? It's a gift shop.
I think he says it's like not that it's that he says it's a bit overpriced, which I think is funny.
She's like, I don't make the prices.
Yeah, she's very. I mean, that's that customer
all the
service,
like day players in this movie are so good.
Really, I do love a 2000s character actor, like day player. That shit, it's my favorite stuff.
Oh yeah,
like that's up there with little guy in shades and big guy in a coat for me. It's just like character actor.
Yeah,
which often they do tend to
they coexist. Sometimes
camps.
those guys like have more things like.
But yeah,
so he steals it.
He steals it, sneaks out.
Abigail chases him. Oh, wait, he said her name.
True.
Abigail
chases.
Yeah.
Interesting. And they have they have the running outside. What is that?
Yep.
Souvenir.
Yeah. And then she's like, "Oh my god, you sack of shit."
Yeah, you actually fucking stole it.
She's like, "What the fuck?"
There's the guy who notices it. I did want to call this out.
People are like, "You did what?" And they are like, you can't do that. But they do it with the energy of like, "No, mom will like find out." Like, not like you did. Like,
yeah, that it's as seismic as it actually
is. It's like asshole that literally could like disintegrate with a stiff breeze. Like,
yeah, that dog. It's like 300 years old.
Yeah.
But the guy who sees that the declaration is missing and says code red.
Yeah.
I'm just putting this out there in the world right now. I really badly want to say code red in a movie.
Yeah.
I want to be one of those guys. It's so cool to, like DEFCON level 5 or whatever.
Make that happen.
Like,
yeah.
When that guy gets to pull the walkie up and he's like, "We got a code red.
It's like when when Bill McGuire shows up in Mission Impossible 3 and he's like Ethan Hunt's on the move. It's
King.
It's like, yeah, go Bill.
Yeah,
Bill,
like that.
Bill,
that's
Bill.
that shit that character actors like getting to say cool shit in movies. But yeah, I guess we run into the car crash or the car chase. Excuse me.
Yep.
My note, I say perfectly serviceable car chase.
It's a solid action sequence.
Totally fine.
They're solid. They're not like
stunt
game
work
changing,
is great,
but stunt work is good.
But the actual chase and how we're capturing it is we're doing this.
It's coverage basically, but I think the whole like her again like stuck on the door I think is a very interesting set piece of like because it's like swinging.
Yes,
it makes
like
for
that.
Something kind of visually interesting. In terms of like the danger, I guess. But,
I agree.
Then they have their little rendezvous when they pull over.
True. Well, Ian, we should know. I think a very fun part of it is that
when he opens up and he's got
Ian gets the declaration and finds out that it's
a souvenir.
It's a souvenir that he buys a second one. He says, thought it would be smart. Good fucking call.
Good call.
Yeah.
Like, actually, I had to pay for the real one and the fake one. So
yeah, you owe me $35 or whatever.
Yeah.
Plus tax. I think
Which is funny that it's ostensibly he probably went in there just to buy 2 seconds of time, and then when she saw him and he had to buy the real one, realized I should just buy a second one now that I have to use the credit card anyway.
Yeah. Now that I have
that wasn't actually part of the like plan.
It is a legitimately, I think, very fun, smart switch.
Yeah, it is, and it's that thing of like it is a thing of like it's like you could everything you thought of, but it's like realistically like who thinks like I should go to the gift shop on my way out and buy a second one.
But yeah, like you said, that we have their little talk. When we park, they talk about we had this room that we would test the declaration safely, and now we can't.
We're not amateurs.
Yeah,
we're just insane.
We're just batshit. And they bring up he has to go
passionate.
Yes. We have to go back to his dad. And then we cut to the introduction of fucking Harvey Keitel.
Mr. Wolf.
Mr.
White.
As, is it Peter Sandusky?
Yeah, Peter Sandusky. I want to let you know, none of you are in danger in any way.
Is Keitel phoning this in? I can't tell.
I think it's that thing of like, I don't think he's phoning it in. I think Keitel is just so relaxed.
Yeah.
It's that thing of like, I think the character is so relaxed. It's that weird thing of like, I mean, I think you can certainly make the argument he is doing it, but I think at the same time he's perfectly doing what that character
No,
needs.
I still think it
So
totally
I don't know,
works.
but it's like the thing of it. You might be right. I think he might be phoning it in, but it's like
I was really watching him this time. And
I don't
was
think
like,
he's being lazy because I feel like he knows
No.
like what the because it's a thing of like it's like he's not doing a lot, but I think that's the sort of fun part about that character for him is that
Sure.
he's kind of so well casted he just has to be himself.
Yeah.
But he's got like a rhythm to the text and his beats where it's like he's not half-assing it, you know, like
No.
especially with when he's like, how about now? Like, you know, it's like
that is a great delivery.
he's got he knows where the punctuation is on things, you know? So,
Yeah.
but no, I don't think he spent much time analyzing the script. I don't think he looked at it like, okay, I don't think he Daniel
yeah,
Day-Lewis
what's
this
his
a little bit.
real? There's no what was my character's backstory.
Yeah, which I mean, maybe is like part of the trick to him in general. Like, is he's
True.
like, no, I bring me into this kind of thing.
Well, I
What is it, Judas? Yeah, I'll play Judas.
I'll say it on
I'm
mic
doing a Judas.
because we've said it off air for years now. Obviously, Harvey Keitel is talking to Agent Hendricks, the guy who says they got the tip of the Declaration being stolen.
Yeah.
And just to note, obviously now he's been on the show. Agent Hendricks just looks like your brother, just
He
looks like
kinda does.
Connor. We've said it for years.
Yeah.
Now that we have a podcast, I feel like it is our responsibility to immortalize
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, he just moved and I got a little homesick looking at the screen.
Yeah, a little. It was like, dang, so close yet so far. But yeah, I think it's a fun bit. Obviously now he has, he has the feds and the other team going after him or whatever, which I think is not. This movie does not really create anything new, but I do think it is effective in using.
It's doing the like tropes,
tropes
that have been established of like, okay, not only is it like the cops, but there's an evil faction. We're watching the good guys, you know, like it's doing everything in a very entertaining and serviceable way.
Yes.
It's the turkey sandwich effect.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think you said it off air, the 6.5 masterpiece.
Yes, I heard someone. I heard we've mentioned the podcast before. I mean, it's a big inspiration for us.
Yeah.
On the Blank Check podcast, I believe. Yeah, they brought up.
Is it David Sims that says it?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a 6.5 masterpiece, which is 6.5 out of 10, but a masterpiece.
Yeah, I think the National Treasure series operates pretty squarely right there.
100%. Yeah, and so obviously, we're reintroduced to Jon Voight.
Yes.
Who's
older now.
He's
like, I was a Midnight Cowboy.
I've made some jokes about Jon Voight on this episode and made some jokes about Jon Voight just in regular life. But I will say he's good in this movie.
He's pretty good in this movie.
He's pretty fucking good in this.
Is she pregnant?
Yeah, all that like.
Do I look pregnant?
Bartha's like, it's like not no.
Like, there's not a good way to answer that question, but no.
No, you don't. Yeah, I do think Voight is quite good in this. Not that he's like it's like this like, massive, incredible supporting performance. I just think he's fun in it. He kind of gets what he's doing.
No, it's fun. It's that thing of like he's well casted and he's in it, and it's that weird. It's one of those good like father son castings where I'm like I actually do buy him being the dad of Nicolas Cage.
I do as well. They have good chemistry together.
They
all
have
the
very good
actors
chemistry.
Really work well.
The history, their family, like their little rift, is like actually really believable.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think there's such a sincerity to the character relationships that I really. For a premise that's so ridiculous, I think it kind of helps like ground the movie enough to like buy into the like adventure of it all.
Yeah, I agree. He goes obviously
Part of the like secret math and the secret like amazing work that this movie does.
I think again, it's like casting is just as important as anything else, and I think with a different cast, this movie probably does not have.
I don't think it works. I
history
honestly
that it
don't
has.
know that
No
there's
pun
another
intended.
actor that can do the romantic sincerity action lead that is Nicolas Cage.
Well, even Voight has such a great moment when Cage comes up to him and he goes, "I found the Charlotte," and he goes, "The Charlotte? It was a ship." And
Sorry, something's rattling.
it's okay.
And
I
I
heard
don't
that
know
too.
what it is, and I just want to move it so it stops.
I was like, "Do we keep going?"
Is it my?
Oh, it might be.
It's my water.
It's your water,
It's been driving me insane this entire episode.
dude. You played yourself.
I actually, to the point where I thought, because it's so like just tucked right behind my shoulder, I couldn't see it. It was like the bridge in The Last Crusade. It was just gone.
That's awesome. Great.
So I thought
reference.
I left it in the other room.
But yeah, like
I am hydrated.
there's the bit where John Voight, when he finds out about, Nick Cage says, "I found the Charlotte," and he goes, "The Charlotte? It was the ship?" And he goes, "Yeah." And like, there's that moment where John Voight thinks that he found the treasure.
Yeah.
And John Voight is genuinely, despite being so cut off from like, don't,
Yeah.
and another clue, whatever.
Yeah, but it's the thing of like he still wants to believe.
He wants it to be real.
He didn't want to be wrong. He just had to give up at a certain point because it was ruining his life.
Yes. He has that great, I'm the crazy one of the family. I have a job and health insurance and all this other stuff, which is...
He's crazy by comparison because he just gave up on the whole thing. And it's that thing of like, I think when you get to 2, you realize that it's like, oh yeah, it cost him his marriage. Like,
Yeah.
and then like that's a thing he realized he had to like turn everything around.
I do really like that moment. And I do like the moment also kind of just after that as they're looking at the back of the Declaration when Abigail sees the map start to, he's like, "I told you, you need heat," or whatever they blow on it, and then the letter comes up. That it's like from that moment she's like completely bought. Like, obviously
she's
you would
like
be.
hooked in, but I remember distinctly. I think the first time because my family didn't see this in theaters, but we did just buy the DVD. It was like that like rare moment. My mom just went, "We're just gonna get this one," and she just got it like or whatever. But I remember that moment where they're like. On the map and the thing appears, everyone in my family was like, "Ooh!"
Yeah.
like the hairs on our neck all stood up, and we were also like Abigail, like locked in.
Fair. Yeah, that, and it's a very intimate moment between the two of them. Of the we need more juice, we need more heat. I was like, this is something.
Everyone's like Riley, like what the fuck?
Jesus Christ.
Who's the stiff?
Yeah, exactly. But I also should note because I've done this on other episodes before. Midpoint of the movie. This
scene.
This is the midpoint of them
Nice.
discovering the back of the Declaration, which I think is a nice
nice.
little center of it. And especially it being the new person on the team realizing that the treasure is real. Obviously, we saw the pipe and stuff. It's not that the audience is like thinks that
we the audience are bought in, but like seeing her get into it like gets us a little bit more invested of like, oh, they could be right.
Yes, and then Voight obviously gets the great.
You did what?
Realizing this is the Declaration of Independence, like that whole thing.
Like I know.
Yeah, which is why it's very careful. We shouldn't fuck with it.
You think he'd just do that and like it would just like rip apart from him shaking, you know?
Yeah, like, true. Well, it's made out of like, or it's like animal skin, right? Isn't that what the paper is or something?
Well, it's just a thicker parchment. Like it is just old paper, but it's still paper.
I need to look up.
I think it's that thing of like it's like the process is more rudimentary, but it's still 150 years old. So, but he's like looking at it like wondering what it is. So.
Parchment treated with animal skin.
Oh.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Is it like soaked in fat?
Or written on parchment, which is treated animal skin, not paper. While drafts were on paper, the engrossed and signed document that the delegates signed was on parchment for durability.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay. How about that?
Interesting.
I just learned something
We're
about
learning
what is treating things with animal.
What?
What did you say? How did you say?
I thought
animal
I misread
skin?
it that it was treated with animal skin, but the parchment itself is
okay.
Animal skin. So
gotcha.
Gross. But yeah, so they find the cipher on the back, which Voight calls out again as another clue that's leading to another clue.
Yeah.
They steal his car.
They steal his car.
And as he so
and
wonderfully...
his Bible full of $100 bills.
Great note. And as Voight so wonderfully delivers, he tied me to a chair. I think it's quite funny.
I love that they leave him with like a soda and the TV remote. Like, they're like, look, we're going to do something that subjectively kind of sucks, but we're not going to we're not going to torture you with it.
Well, it's like, Ben
we're
being
like... park you in the front of the TV.
I know you're going to be found pretty quickly.
Yeah.
This is just to not implicate you in our...
Like, just go to TNT
journey.
and watch Gone in 60 Seconds. And then he gets the car and steals it.
But yeah, and they have to go to find the silenced do-good letters, which John Goodman
would be at home in one of these, I think.
Maybe I told you I have a pitch for National Treasure 3.
I think another actor I think I'd love to see somewhere in here, John Malkovich.
Malkovich would be great. I was talking about National Treasure. We'll talk about this more next week.
Yeah.
With Nathan as we bring him up again because he also loves these movies. I think Viola Davis would fit so well in these movies.
Ooh, that's fun.
Anywhere. She can play whatever fucking role she wants.
I also think in a villain capacity, maybe a John Bernthal.
Sure. You want to talk to me about American history?
You want to talk about American history?
Rumor, gossip, all that shit. Dude, that'd be sick.
Oh, let me guess. A tattoo on Thomas Jefferson's ass.
You steal the Declaration of Independence, it gets back up. I steal the Declaration of Independence, and it stays down. Yeah, Bernthal
that impression's too much fun to do. It's like a cage where you're just like, I have to do it. Like,
especially that Odyssey trailer where he's like, anybody got a story about Odysseus? Like all that thing is so fucking funny. I love Jon Bernthal.
Yeah.
One of our friends has met him a couple times.
Oh, really?
Says he's super chill.
Wow. I believe that. Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
I believe that. I remember when I saw him like on a talk show. I think it was like Kimmel or something like that.
He like played basketball with him.
Oh, really?
And was like, he's nice.
I fully believe that. It's like funny because his whole persona is like ex-military, like brain damage, tough guy, like kind of thing. And then like in real life, he's like, no, I'm from San Diego, man. Like he's basically a Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, he still has that. Yeah, that military guy. Is a part of him.
Yeah, but he also feels like he catches some gnarly waves and eats pizza. You know?
Yes. Yeah, love Jon Bernthal.
Yeah, he's probably a little like, I love Clueless, man. Like
also a guy who's hot.
Yeah,
Jon Bernthal's a good-looking guy.
He's bringing it in.
But yeah,
Dude, did you finish Daredevil Born Again?
Yeah.
Yeah. When in one episode he's like all like hairy, and then he comes back and gets a fade for the finale.
Yeah, I think they reference it, right?
Did they?
It's like I think there's a moment.
Remember, yeah.
Well, I do remember there's a good joke where he's making coffee, and Daredevil goes, "You want some oat milk with that?" And Punisher laughs, and it scared me because I was like, I don't like the Punisher finding things funny.
I know. Yeah.
He goes like.
I just remember seeing some like memes or where it was just like barbershop clips of people doing fades, be like Punisher right before
Punisher got a low taper
save Red.
Yeah.
But okay, moving back on.
They go to get the science do-good letters. I love that everybody in the universe fucking kicks the shit out of Riley Poole, including school children. When he's like, "Are you sure that's right?" And he's like, "Yeah."
Yeah, he's like, okay, here's another $1.
He like mocks his handwriting. He's like, "That's an N. Doesn't look like one."
I know, that's so funny. I was like, he was lowballing the kid too.
Yeah, he's giving him $1 or whatever.
Which I know they're on a budget, but then there's like Sean Bean comes in. And he's like, "Here's $100, kid.
Yeah,
tell me everything."
Well, I mean, yeah, Ben has that thing where he's like, how did he find us? He goes, "Oh, he's unlimited resources and he's smart." Yeah. But yeah, so they find the letters. They learn that this map is leading them to the Liberty Bell. Yep. Because Pass and Stowe or whatever is the whole thing.
Pass and Stowe. The crack famously because of the Sunny Gang.
That's true. They cracked the Liberty Bell. Yep. And unfortunately, not one of their best episodes.
It's really not one of their best episodes. It's an episode I really want to like, but it's just not funny enough. Like. I don't. It's that thing of like I see every joke in why we did this episode. It just doesn't stick.
I love the way that some of the other ones do.
Yeah,
but yeah, that is not in my top 10. I say respectfully.
You wanted Police Academy too? With all my heart, Charlie.
All my heart, Charlie.
Sorry, I'm derailing pretty hard.
No, it's okay. We're having fun.
Having a good time.
But yeah, so I'm looking at my notes trying to think where we are in the movie.
You talk about movies, you stay on target. I talk about movies, I go way off topic.
My next note after the kid making fun of Riley Poole is Benjamin Franklin Gates shops at Urban Outfitters.
Yes.
Nice little product placement in there.
It is. I like that jacket he gets. I know it's just like a corduroy trucker thing, but like
nice
I like that vibe.
Fair. Those changing rooms are bad. They should be changed.
Yeah. I shouldn't be able to look over at someone also changing.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? I like the framing of it.
Yeah,
in the conversation.
It's that fun thing of like we're giving the actors something to do while saying these lines, which is like one of my like when I see static acting and no one has got anything to do. It's like but like this movie has like that fun little thing.
Yes, I agree. This scene is interesting for me. It's like very like. I guess, for lack of a better word, like youthful. Like they feel like teenagers.
Yeah.
And not just because they're at an Urban Outfitters. the whole like.
There's something kind of high school about this conversation.
Well, there's also like
so your dad thinks I'm pregnant, huh?
And there's a bit of a. I'm not making any assumptions, Turteltaub, but there's a lot of Tarantino-isms in this.
A little bit. Tarantino probably watched this and was like, I know who will be.
Yeah,
in this movie.
We do know Tarantino watches like every movie, so
yes, he does.
I'm sure he's seen National Treasure. But yeah, I like
the thing about National Treasure. What makes it so perfect?
Just to be kept, and everyone is like just buckles up, waiting for his take.
I just realized my Tarantino sounds a little bit more like Richard Kindly.
Oh, that's pretty good. Hey,
listen. The thing is, I think Bo, you're afraid.
Fuck yeah. Or Richard Kind.
Is it not Kindly? Is it Richard Kind?
Just Kind.
It might be Kind.
Richard Kind.
It is. Incredible character actor.
Adore Richard Kind.
Do you think he could work in a National Treasure? Or is he too cartoony?
He could do it.
Benjamin, you're stealing another thing.
I love it. I don't put him in anything. Make him George Washington. I don't give a shit.
The History of the World Part 3.
Yeah. But I don't dislike this scene, but watching it again, I don't know why it had a weird energy to me.
Well, it's a thing of like, it's like, I think one of those things. It's like, I mean, they're following the tropes, and so it's like
they have to get together.
They have to get together, so it's like we have to do scene, and they have good chemistry. But it's that thing of like, there's really no reason for them to be having this conversation realistically. Because also like the changing rooms would not be. He'd be in a different room.
It's rewatching it again. I literally was like, this is like they should change this. This is unbelievable.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's just like
I have this. I understand it's a movie, but
yeah, it is like movie logic
yes.
kind of thing. But it's like realistically, there's no reason to have this conversation. But it's that thing of like I also like the. I like the people don't really talk like that line a lot. I like that a lot. So like I kind of am like I'm not giving it up.
No, I agree.
But
Riley shows back up with the information.
They do the classic. He has the water bottle with the dollar.
That I do love the bit with the customer service. There's a lot of great moments with customer service workers in this movie.
Yeah.
Where he's like, that $100 bill I gave you a minute ago. Can I see it for a sec? And the way she goes, no. Like she like it's so what the fuck are you talking about? And he offers the watch or whatever.
Yeah. Which I think I saw a bit of trivia. That is like a $10,000 watch or something like that. Like
Jesus.
Like yeah. He should really make sure he gets that one back. Let me go find that because it is like a scuba diving watch, so it is, and it's a Rolex on top of it.
Oh, fair. Yeah, that's
so it's got a couple things going for it.
I do love the water bottle trick. It is one of those ones as a kid again that I was like, that's so cool that you can do that. I don't know how that works in practice in real life.
Well, it's like that thing of like he's just using the water bottle to magnify it, but it's like realistically, if you just looked hard enough at a dollar, you could see all the details anyway.
Yeah,
it's like he's just that's just like for the shot, basically.
It's a little extra. Very theater kid of him.
It's very theater kid. I'm a treasure hunter.
Exactly.
I'm being resourceful with my Fiji water bottle.
Or Dasani.
Is it Dasani? I can't remember. Yeah. Dasani water sucks.
It's terrible. It's bad water.
So here's a fun like random story, right? My family went on a family vacation to Mexico.
Yes.
In 2005, actually right around the time this movie came out. I think we had the DVD. I think we watched it a couple times.
Hell yeah.
Like in the resort. But it was hurricane season, and the trip was semi like blocked because of everything shut down. And people were like freaking out, and we were like, "Should we go get like a bunch of water?" You'd go down, and it was wiped out, but no one would take Dasani. It was stocked up on the Dasani.
Dasani is I don't know what it's just water, like it's water, but it's bad.
It tastes like plastic.
It's not good.
Also, the Submariner date diver watch that he has is a price tag of $8,000, $8,550. I said that badly.
Does it come on Afterpay?
I think it's like a Karma thing. You can split it into 4 easy payments.
I can do that. What is that then? Like,
or is it Karma or Klarma?
Klarma.
Klarna with an N.
Interesting.
They're gonna reach out with a sponsorship now.
Yeah, they're like, you mispronounced our name.
Like, if you say it right, we'll give you money. They appear like Beetlejuice. The dude does like a State Farm into the thing, and
that's
we're like,
pretty good.
It's Richard Kind.
Well, now we're talking. I'd be like, come sit down, come hang out with us, man.
He's like, we're gonna talk about National Treasure.
Gonna play George Washington.
We're gonna talk about your future in Hollywood.
Hey, let's do it, Richard. I'm ready.
We should. I need to write a scene that's just it's written for Richard Kind to do Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, I'm into that. But so Ben looks at the time. It's past the time that they needed to be to like spot where the clue is. Mm-hmm. Riley gets his one moment of knowing what someone else doesn't, and talks about daylight savings. It's technically an hour, passed or whatever, so we still have time.
Which I was gonna say, the dollar bill he has is like a current dollar bill, and I think how funny would it be if for some reason in the switchover someone who wasn't like part of the Freemasons was like, I don't like the way that the clock's time looks, I'm just gonna change that. Like, like they same thing, but they like adjust it, like, and then they're just not, they can never find it. The
well, it
movie
is
ends.
that thing where it's like that is I might be speaking, I might be wrong here, but like, the money of the time when they made that clue. I mean, this is one of those where it's like, this is nonsense. But
yeah, well, because it's like, did Brenton Franklin hide the glasses in the brick, or like what?
Yeah, like how does
or
this...
was it like people during the Nixon administration? Like, did Harvey Keitel like, and stick it in there because he knows the truth?
True. But yeah, so we go to technically not the Liberty Bell. Well, we do go to the Liberty Bell.
We do. And Sean Bean goes, I'm an idiot.
Yeah, I don't need to go to the bell. I need to go to the tower.
Yeah. It's not what was belled. It was where the bell.
It's not what was wrong. It was where it was wrong. But yeah, so they go
Nathan
through.
activates like a sleeper cell.
Yeah, exactly. I do think the shadow pointing to the brick is a
I think that's a really cool
bit.
Cool bit.
And I love that. Like,
I do think it's funny. I will say that they're like, we missed it. It's like, not like it's not going to be there tomorrow, guys.
Yeah. There's
even if it hadn't needed the daylight savings time, I was like, that only allows you to go get it today. Like, the sun will, and presumably if the weather is clear, you'll find it tomorrow.
That just hit me. And I feel so stupid.
I know. Yeah.
That it is like the movie. Yeah.
Yeah. I had another thought like that for the second movie, and I can't wait to talk about it next week.
Oh, good. I can't wait.
It's in a different way, but it's the same kind of like, so how does that work?
Yeah. Valid. But yeah, so they go and they find the glasses, or as Ben says, because he's such a goddamn nerd, some sort of ocular device.
Yeah,
is what he says.
X-ray specs.
Yeah, I do love the design. I think the
design's really cool.
The artifacts inclusive of this whole movie are really...
No, the actual
they feel good.
Treasure hunt to this movie is, I think, one of the best treasure hunts ever. It's so fun.
I just think everything looks like... I like when things look old and worn.
Well, it does. It's a thing of like
texture
this
to them.
movie and like Pirates of the Caribbean have this thing of like, we're doing kind of ridiculous things, but the aesthetic is taken seriously.
Yeah.
Like in like Pirates of the Caribbean movies, you get like fish people with like krill and stuff and gills.
Oh,
and all that
yeah,
stuff.
Davy Jones.
Yeah, like crew. And what's the things that get stuck in the bottom of a boat?
Stuck at the bottom of a boat.
Yeah, like barnacles. Thank you, producer Dish.
I was like, an anchor?
Yeah,
I got really
thank God you're back here, dude. I feel like the last
water,
4 weeks I've just been like, what's that thing?
Yeah.
Someone read my mind. Get in here.
But no, I agree. I think they create a world that you are like on board with this things happening.
It's just believable enough, even though it's like maybe what they're doing is silly or stupid. Like,
it's also one of those where it's like the amount of people who would know the truth of all that stuff, like, you know what I mean? You just kind of like buy into like, oh, sure, yeah, that's what it is. But if like an actual historian, you watch those videos of like Vanity Fair or whatever of like historians look at movies and they're like, yeah, this is fucking nonsense.
No, I'm sure Reddit was just people being like, fuck this movie.
There's something
that's not real.
In 2 I'll bring up next week that I like went to check if it was true. And it was literally the exact opposite of what the movie was saying.
Yeah. I can't
completely the opposite.
I was gonna say this one, I feel like they're like, no, like this one has like, yeah, a lot of it's made up, but like these are real people, those are real places. They could have done this, like, kind of thing. But then like in the second one, I'm just like everything I think from start to finish is like made up to justify this adventure. But
it's pretty.
Yeah,
they're playing it fast and loose.
They're like, Lincoln was the president.
Yes,
and that's as far as you can go.
That's our historical accuracy.
Yes, Mount Vernon is a place.
But they not a people. But they look at the back of the Declaration. Very proud of that joke.
You should. That got me.
They
look that's the name of it's the name of an old wooden ship.
Yes. They see the 3D message on the back of the Declaration.
Yes.
How that works. Absolutely no idea.
It just does.
It's another layer of invisible ink? ?
Yes.
That doesn't show up from.
I think they're imbued with the power of ghosts. I think he's seeing into the spirit realm.
Right. I mean,
because that is a
into
fancy ass design to be like doing with invisible ink. Like the other invisible ink is just like calligraphy.
Yeah.
And then that thing is like a full blown like masterpiece. Like that
insane.
might as well be like the Last Supper on the back, but like in an invisible dimension.
No, 100%.
I'm like, so you're seriously telling me that doesn't show up under X-ray?
It's fucking nonsense. It's absolute bullshit and nonsense. It's magic.
Yeah.
It's straight up magic.
They're like, get more lemons.
But we get the here at the wall bit, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then we run into a chase.
Yep.
Yet again, I love the container where they put the declaration, the little like leather tube.
Like the leather tube with a plastic tube inside of it.
It may be just me. I've always thought that thing was really fucking cool.
So when I had a bunch of posters, I really wanted to get a fancy one just to store it for no reason other than I could.
Okay, good. I'm glad I'm not alone in this. I was writing the note like I love the little container, and I was like, I've never said that to anybody before. Am I the only person that thinks this?
Yeah, I like how in this chase they give him like the Jackie Chan thing where he's kind of like running around and he hits a dude with his fist and he's like, ow!
Yeah, he reacts. He's in pain, which is good.
I'm just a regular man with the intellect of a god.
It's true. And yeah, Sean Bean. I'm not gonna call him Ian. Sean Bean.
So Ned Stark,
I'm okay with that. Ned Stark.
006.
That's right. He is 006.
Yeah. 006 Boromir.
Yep.
Ned Stark.
Ian.
Yeah, see,
One of these
doesn't
is not
work.
like the other.
Doesn't work.
He gets everything. Gets the declaration.
Yep.
Or he doesn't get the glasses.
He doesn't get the glasses,
but he gets the declaration. He gets,
but
and then
yeah, he can't.
Riley and
he
Abigail.
can't do anything without the glasses. They're sort of out of clues at that point.
We have the great bit with the. Just before that, with the meat shop worker.
Yes.
Stay here as long as you like.
I wrote down her line. If you're not a steak, you don't belong here.
Does she say that?
That's her first line.
Funny.
It's like set off screen.
Good joke.
Oh, I'm just hiding from my ex-husband. Who, Baldy? You stay as long as you want.
It's so good.
She's so good. I'm like, give me a whole spin-off series that's just her dealing with people and not having the time of day for them.
I know I brought up
like
Phil.
a Curb Your Enthusiasm.
That would be good. I know I brought up Phil earlier. It is funny that like that interaction happens. Like we know who the fuck that guy is. Like when he's like coming up and he's like, come on, Gates, just give me the document. And he goes, listen, man, Phil, I'm sorry. Like it happens like it's like we've had conversations with this man before.
Yeah, he's like, they talked to him. Well, presumably they went in and that's the guy they talked to at the desk when they were like, it's going to get stolen. And he was like, oh, man.
It's such a weird... Well, that's one of Ian's guys.
Oh, it is. Yeah, because they were friends. Duh. Yeah. I was thinking about the FBI guy.
But yeah, I've always thought that was like... I'm always like, who is this guy?
Man with history, but not relevant to the plot.
True. And then Ben gets taken in by the FBI.
Yep.
Talks to Harvey Keitel. Harvey Keitel brings up that someone's got to go to prison.
Yep. Someone's got to go to... No, two options. You do this or you do this. And you still go to prison, but you feel better about it on the inside.
Yeah, that's a good line.
Or you feel good about yourself.
Yeah.
I can hear... when that line happened again, I could hear my dad laughing. My dad really liking that joke.
Fair. It's a funny joke.
Which I'm like, honestly, it's fair. It's great.
We do the little, we cut into the close-up of the glasses that like the lenses change. There's more than, there's multiple different ways. Maybe. Interesting. What? We end the episode right there.
Directed by Jon Turteltaub.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, he realizes there's more to the map. They get the call from Ian that he wants to like rendezvous and all this other stuff. I do like the bit where Ian brings up like, and to the FBI, who I'm sure is listening on this call.
Yeah.
Like, back the fuck up, basically.
Yeah. It's like, I'm real.
Yeah. Yeah, we do the little. There's all
we do a little thing. We do a little escape off an aircraft carrier.
He jumps off it into the Hudson.
In the Hudson, which should probably kill him.
Yes,
I think
it would. His feet would make contact, and he would start to dissolve into bone.
Yeah,
it'd
be like watching like remember when the judge like lowers the cartoon into the dip?
Yeah, 100%.
It'd be like that, but his legs would break, and then he would scream, and then he would melt.
Nick Cage is going
like a sad dinosaur turning into gasoline.
Yeah, that's 100% that would happen.
It's like, remember when I killed your brother, Eddie? And he sounded just like this.
That is the most unrealistic part of the movie.
Yeah.
But
my biggest regret is not doing more Judge Doom impressions in our Back to the Future series.
oh my God, you're right. We got to find more Christopher Lloyd, but we'll do Adam's Family or something.
Yeah.
We
can just do Roger Rabbit.
That's a good point. We'll talk about it later.
We'll talk about it. Your people will get in touch with my people.
Exactly.
You'll talk to Dish. He'll whisper in my ear, and then I'll whisper back. And then
that is how. This is the only time
we'll sit here on the sofa giggling.
This is the only time where Dave and I talk to each other directly. We off air just
exclusively whisper things to Dish.
We send a raven of sorts.
Send a raven.
Send a raven. But yeah,
I haven't thought about that Taika Waititi Thor.
Send a raven.
Like that, video, short that they did.
They did too.
They did do too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really remember them except the Send the Raven bit. But Ben, yeah, he goes. He
not to
sits
bring
in
the mood down with Love and Thunder.
That's all right. It's all right. Maybe we'll talk about that.
The healing power of the cage.
That's true. I will say what's what's
people
funny?
People yearn for the cage.
Nick Cage in the middle seat. I think it's funny that they put him in the middle seat. He's very kind of bumped in and everything.
Yeah. And then they revealed that they've kidnapped Dad.
Yes, that's right. That's the thing about.
Is it still a kidnapping if you're not a kid?
Yes.
Dad napped.
That's a Disney Channel movie.
Oh, is it?
It's called Dad Napped. Yeah.
Dad napped. That's a verb. That's just like when he falls asleep in the chair.
Well, because when they kidnapped the president in the second one, it's kidnapping, not a president napping.
Yeah.
Which is just the 30 minutes of sleep that you get in between your job, I suppose.
Basically, yeah.
But yeah, so they meet up here at the Wall, which is on Wall Street and Broadway. They kind of give their explanation for that.
They go in the church.
In Parkington Lane, which is a person, right?
Yep.
Not a place.
Not a place. A people.
Not a place.
Not a robot.
Yes, exactly. As I've said, things that I like seeing in movies that are in this, because we go into this little catacomb spiral staircase.
Yeah.
I miss cobwebs in movies.
Yes.
I would like all cobwebs to leave my real life.
Yep.
I don't want to interact with them in reality. I want them in movies exclusively.
I need it to be as obnoxious for the actors as possible.
Agreed. Difficult to work with is what I'm looking for.
When I'm playing because the Indiana Jones game came out I guess it came out earlier in the year, but
and the Great Circle.
The Great Circle. Yes, the Great Circle. Fantastic game, by the way.
Don't love that title.
With it. The title's not great, but
the game
the game is really great. But lots of cobwebs everywhere. It just looks like this set where there's lots of spiral staircases and you got to jump across stuff.
Hell yeah!
It's a good time, that game.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, where am I at in my notes?
We're in the church. They're sitting in the pews.
Shaw dies.
Yes. He falls
to his death.
Really sad.
Shaw's a bad guy.
Yeah.
But it is one of those.
He does not know the shock of catch.
No, he does not know the shock of catch.
He did not catch anything to hang on to.
Well, he caught some air.
Air Shaw. He's like the Nike logo on the way down.
Yeah, exactly.
They're like, should we put him on the side of a shoe? And they're like, a man has died. And they're like, right, wrong time.
Right. So after.
After. Let's finish solving the mystery of the treasure.
Wait about 30 minutes and then we'll be good.
Yeah.
I like
Not to jump ahead, but it is funny that all of the treasure's under Wall Street.
Oh.
There's an implication there that I don't think was thought through, but
I'm gonna need to reckon with that for a little bit. We'll add an addendum to this episode. No, I'm kidding. But
read, for lack of a better word, is good.
Yeah, way to go. Thanks, Michael Douglas, for putting that out there.
Quoting Charlie Sheen movies.
People
time to do that.
People quote that and they're like, "Yeah, man, that's right." And it's
they're like, "Yeah," and we're like, "No. He said that because he's the bad guy."
Yeah. People are like, "I love The Wolf of Wall Street," and I'm like, "In what way?"
Because it's a masterpiece of filmmaking, or because you want to? Never mind.
Because you're a big Kyle Chandler fan. Please tell me that's why.
Yes.
Because I am.
I am.
But
we need Kyle Chandler in movies saying, "You're out of your goddamn mind."
Hopefully he does it in Lanterns.
He better say it in Lanterns or I'm not watching the show.
There are rumors he'll be the bad guy in that. Have you heard about that?
I have heard that, and
thing.
I think they kind of, the minute they announced that, I kind of assumed that's where the show is heading.
We'll see what happens. I think it'll be good. I'm excited for that show.
Yeah.
But I like...
Hopefully.
Huh?
Hopefully it's good.
It's good, yeah. I'm excited to see a trailer.
In James Gunn we trust.
True.
I'm a little behind on Peacemaker, but I'm enjoying it, so...
It's so good.
We were talking about last
show.
night.
We were talking
Tim
about it last
Meadows.
night. Dude,
Tim Meadows in a National Treasure movie?
that would be fun. I would like that. Tim Meadows in anything. I don't put him in and name a movie. Put a Tim Meadows in there.
Harry Potter.
Yeah,
It's Godric Gryffindor.
as anybody. Snape.
Turn to page 394.
That Harry Potter's got to think about his entire life before he does magic. But it's true.
You don't want no part of this, Potter.
It's butterbeer.
No, you didn't get your permission slip signed, Potter.
Fuck yes. How do you feel about
I don't think
this?
anyone would have clocked a Tim Meadows impression, but Harry Potter reference?
Yeah.
On a National Treasure episode?
I shouldn't have left Hogsmeade for this. Breaks fire alarm.
Does the flu powder and bounces.
That's pretty good. He'd be a great Arthur Weasley.
That's actually
He'd be a
really
good
great.
Arthur
Don't give
Weasley.
him good ideas. Did it?
Yeah, I take it back.
Yeah.
Don't you? We talked
Yeah.
about this show before already on this podcast.
Yeah. But you had a
how do you-
legitimate question related to the narrative of this podcast.
How do you feel about the third act? About this set piece?
I think I think the whole descent down the cavern is pretty good, but it is that thing of like the movie lacks like a real confrontation with Ian.
Yeah.
And it's that thing of like the dangerous descent down the staircase basically is the final set piece.
I agree. There's the like hanging the dumbwaiters that break or whatever.
Yeah, and so it's like it just and ultimately this movie's. I mean, the climactic like confrontation with the guy is quite literally just the gunpoint. We'll come back, and then being like, I think we lost. Like,
Yeah.
and then the like sort of reversal that they didn't, which I like. It's that thing of like it's a very unorthodox finale, I guess.
Sure.
In that way of like where it's like it's not really. It's not like it's trying to do let's do the big set piece now kind of thing. It's almost like no, this movie's about finding the treasure. So the real like aha moment and like triumph is the finding of the treasure and realizing there is like a third hidden room to get through.
Yeah, the dumbwaiter thing doesn't feel as final as it could.
It doesn't.
The chase almost feels like a higher point of action, which the stakes of the dumbwaiter obviously because with Shaw, you know.
Yeah, what's that thing of like we're getting? It's kind of hard to top the explosion of the Charlotte.
That's or the stealing of the Declaration.
Yeah, it is true. It's like the whole movie's about stealing that. That is kind of the peak point, and then we're like
we kind of dip.
We kind of dip a tiny bit, but I think it's good. I think it's fun that they use Paul Revere as like a misdirect.
Yeah, the bullshit clue is very funny.
The bullshit clue is pretty funny.
Smart, I like that.
I
Which
like
again
when
goes
they
back to Ian being
find
gullible.
it. I think it is funny that they just happen to have the pipe with them because it would have sucked if they were like, "Oh, we don't have the pipe."
I think Shaw mentions it, or Ian mentions it, where he's like, "You can even have the pipe."
Yeah, but it's almost like you
hung
can have
onto
it because I don't think we
it's
need it
needed.
anymore. Yeah, they're like that clue is done. Like we could drop it. And then it's like it's actually the actual key to open up the door.
Yeah.
As it turns out,
Which is a nice final secret lies with Charlotte.
yeah, it literally all of it lied with Charlotte.
But he has that thing where he's like, "Could it be that simple?" I think is what he
Yeah.
said. And I'm
It's like both the key to finding the treasure and the physical key to the door.
yes.
It's in $1 million pipe.
It's $1 billion pipe.
Oh my bad.
Yeah.
It's a millionaire so last year.
But they find the treasure.
They find the treasure.
I like that the treasure is like a treasure
lot of
of
stuff.
the world.
It
Like
is a
it's
treasure of the
different
world, yeah.
cultures, different
Yeah.
points of history. Like it's just kind of this very expansive.
It's like someone said, make it look like the History Channel.
Yes, in the sense that fake and not real.
Yeah. It was like, hello, big blue man.
I saw,
Do we enter big blue man statue into the category of big guy?
Sure, we can throw that in
We
there.
can do whatever we want. It's our rules.
Nate Bargatze, I think that guy's name. He hosted the Emmys recently.
Oh, yeah.
And
And
they
there's that
did,
great George Washington bit on SNL.
Well, they did a version of that with TV for the opening of the Emmys.
That's amazing.
And he's like, we'll have different channels for different things. The food channel for food, like the travel channel for travel, and the history channel. And they go, for history, sir? And he goes, no, aliens. Like that. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good, yeah. I think it's really funny when Riley's like tearing up and they're like, what, man? I know it's beautiful, but are you okay? And he's like, no, stairs.
Yeah.
It's like there's a staircase.
Yeah, I like the final
Yeah.
design of the room.
I think
pretty
I think
good.
it's fun. I like the way the fire comes through and the music kind of kicks in a very sort of John Williams-esque kind of
We're hitting
way.
again. We're hitting the notes of
Yeah.
the tropes of these movies, but I'm like, there's again. I think score has a lot to do with it. I think Cage's earnestness
Yeah.
has a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
Um, and it's not as like, yeah, it doesn't have like the, for lack of a better word, the like aura of like the Ark of the Covenant or
No,
the
it's
Holy
not, like-
Grail or whatever, but like it satisfies the craving.
It does.
It's kind of how I guess I would put it.
Yep.
6.5
6.5 masterpiece.
Harvey Keitel shows back up.
Yep. Someone
learned-
still got to go to jail, Ben.
we learned
And
that he's a
I've got a
Freemason."
great candidate. I think I just picked who went to jail.
It
They
is
just
a-
decided to. They all collectively agreed to pin every crime on Sean B.
Yes, which you know,
Imagine having the aura where they're like, well, no, like the movie ended where they're like, no, you stole a historic document. You have to serve time for that.
we'll put him in there
We
too.
don't care how cool it was.
But you also did those things.
yeah.
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 I also, there's, as we reach, in the final scene, they talk about an opening in Cairo, and I like the implication that the treasure,
Yeah, that they gave it back.
That they gave it
which
back,
is, I think,
and
that's a
it's
really almost
kept
ahead of its
by
time
America.
kind of concept in a bizarre way.
yeah, well, it's like, it is that thing with like, Indiana Jones, there's that whole like, he's like stealing artifacts to put in American institutions. It is that thing of like, no, this belongs with the people whose
Yeah.
culture this is.
Yeah.
So I the movie doesn't. I'm not awarding this movie a Peace Prize because it sure it's got a lot of more work to do for that. But I like the implication that they gave it.
Would you give it a Saturn Award?
Sure, I'll get. Why not?
I was like, no Nobel
And
Peace
then-
Prize. I would give it a Saturn Award though.
I'll give it an MTV Movie Award.
MTV Best Kiss.
Yeah, I actually
Riley and
Actually-
Ben Gates.
I will say actually I would not give it an MTV Award for Best Kiss because I
No.
actually think the kiss is kind of thrown out.
The kiss is so like
It's
out
not
of
a
nowhere.
moment.
It's not a moment at all.
I honestly did not.
It's like
I
almost there for the trailer.
completely forgot that it happened watching this. I
Yeah.
was like, oh yeah, they kiss.
Yeah.
This is nothing.
Yeah.
But I do like them together.
Yeah.
I think
No,
work
they do
well
have. I
together.
think objectively they do have good chemistry. And that works. But
Yeah, and
but it is a totally unearned kiss in that moment.
we see what happened. They all live happily ever after. They get
Yep. The
0.5% or 1%.
It was like half of 1%. It's like they split 1%.
Yes.
Um.
And which obviously the joke being that still makes them insanely wealthy.
Yeah.
Beautiful house.
Beautiful house. Do you know who owned it?
Ooh.
It's actually apparently the John Carroll house, the guy who gives fictionally gives the secret to the Secret Lives of Charlotte,
Oh.
because that's supposed to be a real guy who signed
Sure.
it, and that's apparently his actual estate.
That's
They
Pretty
and that's
good.
he kind of says at the end. He's like, it's actually the John Carroll house. I got it because, and he interrupts him with the like,
Yeah.
whatever. A guy had a thing, and then he gets in his Ferrari and like
drives
off.
That is
But it's actually he bought the John Carroll house, I guess, which is really funny.
that's pretty good.
And pretty fitting, I think.
Yeah, and the movie wraps itself up with a
Movie
nice little
ends-
bow.
Yeah, bum 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 bum.
Do we want to send in our We Need One scores?
Yes.
All right, I'm
Yes.
sending this in. I love this movie. Again, like
Yep.
6.5 masterpiece. is-
6.5 masterpiece.
I like credit to Blank Check
Yep.
for, I don't know if they coined that phrase, but for bringing it into our lexicon. Like
Yeah.
it is movies like that where like I am aware that this movie is not perfect. I think the characters are pretty on the page, all pretty stock. They're elevated by their performances. Obviously, a lot of this is nonsense,
Yeah.
but like again, the tone of it is so like right in pocket for what it needs to be. It's not overstretching itself. And I just think a lot like
It's fun.
it's really
It's
fun.
a lot of fun.
And a lot of these movies we don't really get anymore. One, original action adventure movies.
Nope.
And if we do, they go to Apple TV or Netflix and they exist
They cost
for
a lot
30
and-
minutes
Yeah.
and they cost
If that.
And it's like, so we said adjusted for, I'm curious what the budget for Fountain of Youth was. I'm not trying to dog on this movie, but it came out this year. This is the latest.
Yeah, but I mean, you'd think with a movie that has Natalie Portman, John Krasinski, like
Domhnall Gleeson is in it.
Domhnall Gleeson,
I believe Isaac Gonzalez. Is in it.
Guy Ritchie's been making movies. They've all done well. He did the Sherlock Holmes movies, which made a crap load of money. You'd think this would have gotten a wide release.
Like Fountain of Youth cost $180 million, so it cost just a little bit more than this movie did, and Red Notice cost $200 million. And it's like,
that's weird. I thought it was more than that.
It might have been.
Like I thought it was like 300 all said and done. But maybe that was Red One.
Doesn't? Oh, it's probably Red One. It doesn't matter because Red Notice was watched by 400 billion people. I don't know if you saw that.
Allegedly, no.
Yeah, it's the most watched movie on the planet.
There's a conspiracy here that I will find. My family legacy depends on it.
That's what National Treasure 3 will be. Is them finding the actual streaming numbers for Red Notice.
That's what's on page 47.
It's like 12 people.
A movie will happen.
I saw Red Notice.
I haven't seen Red One.
I did
see Red One.
And I watched it.
You got sick from watching it? Or
I got sick, then watched it, and then forgot everything about it.
Then was healed.
And then I was healed. I started to glow. It was really crazy.
Yeah, then you got jacked.
Yeah, exactly.
It was a rock movie, obviously. So.
Exactly. Yeah, I love this movie. Despite not thinking that it's breaking the mold, I do think this movie is again, this is the power of a good cast, to be honest. In a lot of ways. And a director that knows the kind of movie that they're making.
Mm-hmm.
So we have our We Need One score.
Yes. Tell the good people what we think.
So, just to explain again.
Yeah.
We each get 3 points.
Yep.
1 for quality of film.
Yep.
General overall review, things that you'd see in New York Times or whatever.
Yeah.
And then rewatchability.
Rewatchability.
Is it fun?
Is it fun?
It's 1 point for that. Final point, narrative runway.
Narrative runway.
Is there places to go with this story?
Mm-hmm.
So the total, the highest it can get is 9.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember what we said gets the official We Need One More. Is it that it reaches the 9?
I think if you wild
card if you want to.
Because we can throw in the wild card to give it the 10, right?
Yeah, and 10 enters you into the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Which we haven't come up with a We Need One.
We Need One scoreboard.
Yes.
But I'm open to changing that. I know that we're on air, but I'm very open to changing that.
Yeah. We'll workshop it.
Yes. I would say.
I'm only thinking that because I didn't remember you making that joke.
It's okay. I would say, do we want? We're just making rules up right now on air.
Yeah.
Are we
do
cool
whatever we
if?
want.
Yeah, this is our show. Listen.
I'm cool with it. Do it. Do it.
Do we want to keep the same 5? If it's above 5, it's a yes.
I think so. Yeah.
All right. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So, 5 or below, it's a no.
Tell me, Matt. Do we need
5
one
or
more?
above, it's a yes. The collective score out of 9 is a 6.5.
Bum, 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 bum.
Which means it gets a yes, which is
keep
great
in mind,
for
this
us.
question does. We know there's a second one, but we're sort of.
That's what I'm saying.
Do we think they should do another one? And we're like, yes.
If you're in the theater.
Yeah, no, I gave it 2 because it's this movie is just it's incredibly competently made. It's the 6.5 masterpiece of it all. It's super fun. Narrative runway is
I don't think there's a
questionable.
lot of narrative runway with this.
And not to spoil next week's conversation, but
there's a little
we
more.
We are reaching, I think, a little bit.
And it is that thing where it's narrative runway doesn't often mean, not to kind of set up our conversation network, doesn't often mean direct setting up or tease us to a sequel.
Yeah.
But it's generally this is one of those movies where I'm I also gave it a 2 out of 3. I think it is competently made. It's not great, but it's enough to give me the 1 point.
Yeah.
I think it's very fun, and that's a strong second point for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to give it another one. Maybe that's because I know we got another one, but it is that thing of this could have been a one-off, and it would have been just as satisfying.
It would have, yeah.
I wouldn't have been what's gonna happen to Ben? I like the characters.
Yeah, it ends on a nice enough note where you're like, no, he restored his family's honor. He found the treasure. He got the girl. He's all set.
What I will say is my thing I think with Ben Gates is that it's I like Nick Cage as Ben Gates. I don't know if Ben Gates as a character has a lot of You know what I mean?
It's like the character has just enough going on, but it is really filling in the blanks with just Nicolas Cage's persona.
It's like Ben
honestly.
Gates loves history, and that's kind of it.
Yeah.
But I think Nick Cage elevates it. So it's that thing of like, you know, it gets another one. You're like, cool, he's fun. I like this.
Yep.
But I'm not walking out of the theater going, hey, yo, Turteltaub, where is National Treasure 2?
Yep.
At this point, you know what I mean?
And you're like, not yet.
Yeah, not yet. Wait.
But
any final thoughts? That was kind of my final thoughts. To be honest.
Final thoughts. The secret lies with Charlotte.
It's true. It's true. You know what I'm very excited about, Dave? Next week, we're opening the book, man.
Which book?
Well, I can't tell you that.
Is it a secret?
Let's just say there may just be a book of secrets. Let's just say we're doing the second one. You know what I mean? There's two. It's a series.
Yeah. No, it isn't true. So next week, National Treasure 2.
Yes.
Book of Secrets. See you next week. Same time.
Same as Adam West would say, even though he never said it. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Are you saying bad with a D or bat with
bat
a T?
with
I
a
assumed
T.
it with a T, but
Same bat time, same Riley Poole channel. I don't know.
Spike TV.
Oh no, not Spike TV, home of the Blade series.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to We Need One More.
Be sure to follow us on socials like TikTok and Instagram at WNOM Podcast to stay up to date on upcoming episodes.
And feel free to join our Discord community where you can share your thoughts on the movies we're watching together. That's going to be at WNOM Podcast server with a link in the bio.
Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. That's the best way to support the show and to let us know that you need one more.
We'll see you next week. This podcast is produced by Pilot 9 and 9 Ball Creative.